How am I going to know when we're live?
You've just said it live.
No,
Hello,
God.
folks. How are we all doing? Steve here, and I am joined by Damien as usual. Damien, what is this show about?
It's to shove that straight in. He goes. He goes huge. He's gone huge. This is battle streams in Middle Earth. Are normally now. Oh God, I'm not muted. There's future me. It's
Shocker.
our normally weekly show where we take a stroll through the Diagostini Battle Games of Middle Earth series issue by issue. And the idea is that you paint along with us. We have a chat about the issue. We'll go through it and talk about what's in it. We'll also chat about anything else that's happened in the hobby the last week. And while we're clearing that backlog and painting away, and have a bit of fun and have a bit of competition as well.
Yeah.
And that's basically what it's about, isn't it, Steve?
Yeah, pretty much, pretty much. What is it they can win in this uber cool competition?
Glad you asked, Steve. What
Money
you can win
can't buy prizes. Look at
is
that.
no, it's true actually. It's a priority token. Do you see how it was? It was here. But I think
It was
16
ready.
episodes in, I had it. It's a priority token courtesy of Tim McKnight. This is the last one I'm certain we can do.
Yeah,
I'll have to tally up what we've got to see if we can do any more. We might have to start thinking about alternate prizes now.
yeah.
But this is it's a lovely metal embossed priority counter with the Balrog Endurance Axe. But
very
I
cool.
should probably pass over to my esteemed colleague Steve to ask just how I can win such a prize.
So, as in every episode, each episode has a theme. Today's theme is the Two Towers because we are doing the Two Towers special edition from Battle Games in Middle Earth. So we decided last week. I hope I remember this correctly. I was drinking. We decided last week that it's a very open category today, and anything that corresponds to the Two Towers movie is accepted as a model. So as long as you have that model in front of you and you're working on it, you don't have to finish it. But as long as you're working on it and you post pictures in the whip thread, which is on the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group, and we'll have a look at it later on in the stream, you are entered into the draw. So
You weren't full on mad. This one came with Gandalf the White,
yeah,
and I was thinking, is it just Gandalf the White or is it Gandalf the Grey as well?
go big or go home, man.
But we've done Gandalf, maybe just Helm's Deep, and then Steve just goes crazy,
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Any model from the Two Towers.
Could be a Rohan horse.
There's already an FAQ inquiry. I don't know if you saw it. I tagged you in it about half an hour ago.
Yes, but I ignore them. Um,
At least you're honest.
I will accept Sam. I'm in a good mood. I'm trying to
The
cheer
question was
myself.
Sam. It was Sam from the clutches of Shelob.
Yeah,
He's holding the light of Arendelle and Sting.
yeah, I know. But I'm feeling generous.
He's feeling generous.
I'm
So I think
feeling
that's
generous
Leon
tonight.
Kippery.
Yeah,
He'll let you have Sam. He has got Gollum with fish as a backup.
yeah. Well, I mean, he could pay both. He could do both. The small
I
models.
figured at some point in the Two Towers, Frodo needed a piss, and Sam's like held his gear for him.
Yeah,
That was my thinking.
yeah. I'll hold that for you. You hold that. Yeah.
I'll hold that for you. No, not that. Hold Sting, Sam. Oh, sorry. Sorry, Mr. Frodo. Every night, Sam. Every night.
Every So, as is per the normal on this show, we do have a little chat about what we are drinking and our snack of choices. And
Indeed.
tonight is a bit of an odd one for me. I've got work early in the morning.
Yeah, can I just retract? Just a minute ago, you said I cut you off because you said you're trying to cheer you up. Like,
Yeah,
are you
because
are
I'm
you
so
sad?
because I'm sober as a judge.
I
I'm a
mean, to
habit.
cheer you up because you're sober.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, and I don't have a
Okay, well,
problem.
there you go, guys. No, God, there you go, guys. That's your quest for tonight. I'm going to try and do my bit. That's
Yeah.
your quest. You got to cheer Steve up in the chat. I think these streams normally cheer us up.
Yeah, we'll have a laugh.
They're
I mean,
normally fun.
there's no alcohol for me, so I'm not drinking any beer or spirits or anything tonight. I'm on pop. I'm on Pepsi out of a bottle, not a can. That is my drink of choice tonight. What about yourself, Damien?
I'm gonna ask the question because someone else will. You know that's not a bottle. That's a glass.
Yeah, but it's out of a bottle.
Oh, is that all you've got to get you through a 4-hour stream?
Yeah, big bottle of Pepsi. It's there. It's
No,
behind me.
I mean in the glass.
Oh no,
Is
no,
it?
I'll be topping that bad
Oh.
boy up. No, that's not it. It's down here. Maybe move then. I was comfortable.
You go. That's a drink for a 4-hour stream. That's
So-
like a Jamie Giblin drink of old.
Yeah, and
Diet Coca-Cola.
The problem is with drinking that much Coke is toilet breaks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I see the discarded remains of a Toblerone.
Oh, that's not discarded. There's 3/4 of a Toblerone there.
Oh, you didn't finish it?
No, I'm at the point now of I'm sick of it.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be from next week. If we run out of priority tokens, we could send a triangle of your Toblerone.
Yeah. Only if it's broken off properly, though. Pinch at the finger.
Oh, there's someone at the door. Sorry.
Oh, my goodness. So this is unheard of. If you're unaware, so Damien is he's been let loose on his own tonight at home. Emma's gone out, so there'll be no table service of drinks for him or anything like that. So whilst he's gone, we will jump quickly to my chocolate, I think. So it's not an awkward silence and I'm not sat here like an idiot. So tonight, because I'm not drinking, I decided to treat myself. I have the trusty Whisper, Cadbury's, and a white Duo Lion Bar. 2 strong choices. Don't know what Damien's got. Do let us know in the whip thread what have you got. And also get your pictures of the models that you are painting. I'm going to pop over to that now and have a look, actually. Let's have a look. Actually, I'm going to jump in the chat and see who is in. Paplock's in. How you doing, Paplock? Nick's in. How's it going, my friend? Joey's in. Hello, hello, hello. Paul Merritt's in. Frederick's in. Max is in. Honeycomb, dairy milk, and rum and raisin Ritter on the go. Nice. Rusty Russ is in. How's it going, pal? Let's have a look. I'm not going to go through the comments as such, just the names at this stage. Seth's in. Aaron's in. How's it going, pal? Josh is in. Good to have you. Mr. Haskell's in. Absolute pleasure as always. Steve Bonar's in. And that's everyone who's commented in the chat at the moment. If you are watching us on your stream and you're sat at your desk or you're painting or whatever it is you're doing, you could be sat in the toilet, I don't know. Do say hello in the chat. I know there's a lot of shy people out there, which is fine. We're not going to engage you in a long-winded conversation in the chat, but do let us know that you're watching. Just give us a thumbs up or a hello. If you've not commented before or you've not seen us before, let us know where you're from, how you found us, what you're painting, what games you're playing, etc. It's always interesting to know who is watching. So yeah, tonight I am going to be painting, or finishing, I'll say painting. I started these months ago. These 2 chaps. I'm going to get some more paint on those. They're still a way off being finished. I'm at the stage, I think, where I've got base colours on, I throw a wash on, and that's pretty much it. So yeah. I might be running a stream on my own tonight. Looks like he's not coming back. So yeah, guys, let us know what's going on. There's not loads to talk about as far as what's going on in and around Middle Earth SBG. He's not had any releases. He's got a smile on his face. Look at this. He's smiling. I'm not sure why he's smiling.
You're right.
I mean, I know he's had a haircut, so he's happy. But
sorry about that. Have you explained why I had to go?
Yes.
Because I haven't done that yet.
Yes. You're
going to love this. This is so Battle Streams of Middle Earth.
Go on.
Are you ready for this?
Go on. Get out.
I mean,
how's that happened? Are you telling me now that an ice cream man just knocked on your door?
My neighbour's 2 doors down has got an ice cream van.
Oh.
Finishes his shift.
Get out of it.
Well, an ice cream. I was like, got this route.
See, I just announced, because you're going away and I was trying to fill, I announced my chocolate choice tonight, which is obviously a staple.
Yeah,
but then, because I'm not drinking and I deserved a treat, is also...
Oh, is that a lion?
A Lion Bar White.
Is that a white lion?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to send it to Emma. She's going to be furious.
Tell you, that's shocking.
I mean, that is service, right?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I am very jealous that you've got an ice cream man who knocks on your door before he goes in to make sure you're all right for ice cream.
Yeah, was it your postie? You give him a cup of tea, right? You got that going on, but
yeah,
I ain't got this.
I think I prefer the ice cream, to be honest,
rather than giving someone else a tea.
So yeah,
I mean, this is fantastic. I wasn't expecting that.
It does look. It looks fantastic. So are you a cornet man? Are you that's your choice from the ice cream man?
Well, as in this, like a cone.
Yeah. So if you went to the ice cream man, if you weren't getting it free and you were paying, You see an ice cream van, you fancy an ice cream. Is that what you get at Cornet?
Yeah.
See,
Because any of the wrapped ones you can buy in a corner shop or something, can't you?
I either get a nugget wafer, or do you get them oyster? Do you get the oysters down south?
So yeah, the new ice cream in the clamshell.
Yeah. That's mine. I like the marshmallow bit in it. Can't knock it. So yeah, you look like you're really enjoying that, mate. I'm all right though. Yeah.
What a day! What a day, right?
This is something's not on here. Something's not right.
You must have known we were doing the stream.
It's a shocker. That is a shocker.
Stefano's ice cream. It's a family chain.
Stefano's. Yes.
Yeah, his dad had. They come from near Naples, little island off the coast of Naples. His dad had the van before him. I think in 1967 they started.
Very cool.
They've had the same pitch in Richmond Park since then.
Very nice.
Support your local business by getting free ice cream delivered to your house. So good as well.
Other than the ice cream.
Yeah, I know. We're on the snack bit. I wonder how does you know what? In all my 37 years, never done the ice cream with gin.
Does it work?
Oh, it does. Works better than the chocolate with beer experiment.
Yeah, that's grim. That is grim. What is your chocolate of choice tonight, apart from the flake in your ice cream, obviously?
Yeah, Old Faithful.
Nice.
And I've got two because Emma got the last multi-pack.
Yeah.
And she got these. And I want to confirm, I don't know if you can see that from
the fact that it doesn't even fit the word whisper on it. Yeah, I can see that.
Can you see it yet?
Yeah.
I mean, this is a snack. I could eat this, sneeze, and I'd weigh less.
Yeah.
So normally I get the 4-pack, which is, they're not the single ones, but they're a bit smaller. But Em got the 10-pack. She's like, I got you 10. I was like, well, you didn't get me 10.
You got me the same amount, but in smaller
bottles. You got me about 6.
Yeah.
Split over 10. So I thought, let's go nuts. But then it turns out I've now got a flake as well.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy. Drinks?
So I'm actually literally going double-handed at the moment. So I've got a beer that I really wanted because I had a long day. Crack that open. And I'm also on the gin. Different gin tonight, though.
Oh.
We I think Emma's must have had like some sort of lonely night because the Whitley Neal gin is gone. I don't know when that got finished. So I'm on a pink Gordon's gin. It's strawberry and raspberry.
Well, hopefully she's not been having it for breakfast because that's something to worry about.
So have you said she's out tonight? Do they know this?
Yeah, I said she's out. Yeah, she's out gallivanting.
Right. Crazy.
Literally left holding the baby. So yeah.
So yeah, I'm on daddy duty. Hence the door being open. Charlotte's normally pretty good. She doesn't normally wake up midstream.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be dreadful if she woke up midstream.
So just make sure that everyone in the chat just keeps the noise down a little bit, and we'll be all right.
But two things could happen tonight. Three things it turns out. An ice cream delivery might arrive. 2, Charlotte might wake up and either come in or I'll have to go. And 3, Emma might come in pissed. Go away! What are we up to? What are we up to, nerds? All good things. All good things.
Yeah.
Sauce of choice on an ice cream?
It's got to be raspberry, right?
There you go.
It's got to be.
There you go, Stephen Crow.
It's got to be raspberry. That's like.
So you're not always wrong. Don't believe what people say.
I tell you, it's got to be raspberry. See, I'm partial to crushed nuts on ice cream though as well. I like crushed nuts on the ice cream. Ooh. Do love a crushed nut.
Do you want to tell you the most hateful thing that ever happened to me?
Go on.
I was an ice cream van once. And I said, can I have a 99 or whatever? And I went, do you have any raspberry sauce? And he went, yeah, strawberry. That's not yeah. You need to say no. I do have strawberry though. Would you like it? Because they're not the same. They're not the same. And I would have had the strawberry, but I didn't enjoy the contempt.
Yeah.
Stefano's.
He knows his raspberries. He knows his raspberries
and strawberry.
Yeah.
He's got both. You can choose.
Yeah.
Raspberry, obviously.
Yeah.
This is fantastic.
I know, mate. I'm just looking at you eating it, and it's fun.
What a night!
This is a first. Do you know what? This isn't only a Battle Streams in Middle Earth first. I reckon this is the first ever on a live stream ever that someone's knocked on the door and said, "Do you want an ice cream?"
How many people in the world get ice cream delivered to their house?
I'm gonna have a word with my ice cream man now. This is
The
not.
moral is be neighbourly, people.
Yeah.
Be neighbourly.
Always been neighbourly. Always been neighbourly. So yeah, I've not gone through the comments. We'll do that as a pair. But I did go through and say hello to a couple of people who are in. We've done these snacks and drinks of choice. We've explained to people how they enter the competition. I have said that there is a thread on the Great British Hobbit League Facebook group to post your pictures in. Don't worry if you are not posting, painting anything or working on anything that is Two Towers related and you're just here just to hang out with us. That's fine. Still post what you're working on. Yeah. Still post what you're working on, regardless of what it is. We're always interested to see. Is that all the admin done?
Yeah, the only thing we haven't done is said what we're working on tonight, but we can.
I've done it later. While you were downstairs getting free ice cream, I've done it, mate. I smashed it.
Whereas, is it Eldor and Haleth?
Yeah, standard.
Shall I go over mine?
Yeah, let's do it.
So, I don't really know yet quite where I'm going to go. I'm feeling like I might do a bit of everything here, but as I might have hinted at before, got this dude.
Yeah.
That has literally been. He's in his 6th month of being assembled and not finished, so he's kind of getting there. But I might do some more on him, trying to finish him this week. And then I've also got Undercoated, these two guys who I cleaned up last week.
Very cool models.
As soon as you went mad and said anyone from the Two Towers, I've got the new Grishnak and Snaga that I might start chucking down some base layers on. Yeah. And I'm leaning towards Snaga and Grishnak because for me, these things. Oh, not stop video, change video, please. I don't know how you feel about this. Well, I mean, you normally just drink, but I tend to want to do slightly messier work on these rather than whenever I'm doing detail work, you stop talking. You know, you have to concentrate too much, and I'm at the kind of detail end with Gandalf, so I'm thinking more. I'm going to get more benefit from just chucking on some base coats. Base colours, Snaga and Grishnak probably.
Mm-hmm. I've had to start on my whispers. I'm just sat here watching you eat ice cream, so that just looks wrong on many levels.
I might. Do you reckon I could?
Oh God, there he goes.
What do you reckon? Huh? Good.
Setting trends, mate.
It's a good mix.
Setting
trends. Flake, because a whisper's better than a flake, right? That's a chocolate bar. Take the flake out, whack a whisper in that bad boy.
You should put a Galaxy Ripple in it, be even better.
I watched your. I saw about half an hour of your stream on top.
Wednesday.
I saw your little hand grenades about Galaxy dropping in there. I was like, I'm not rising to that. It's just nonsense. Everyone knows it's nonsense.
It's true. It's true, mate. It's true. Right. So, shall we dive in the chat and see who's in?
I might mute while I eat the cone.
So you can still hear me, right? Yeah, you can still hear me. Okay. Let's jump in this chat. So, I don't know. I get past all the hellos. Aaron says, "Good evening, guys. Time to chill now after evening walk." Oh, hang on a second. I've cocked up here. Not changed it to live chat, have I? There we go. Get out. Jeez. You guys are talkative. Time to chill after my evening walk and workout. Just waiting for my fish and chips to cook. And then we'll be getting stuck into some Mordecai. Good man. Paplock. They're on. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Josh says, "Alright, folks, how are we all? Thought I'd be late tonight, but it seems our glorious hosts are even later." Well, Damien was eating ice cream, putting makeup on, having his hair cut, you name it. That's what he was doing. Frederick saying, "Just dip his hand in white paint and slap your own face." I think that's to do with Isengard makeup. Frederick's noticed the new haircut. Michael Haskell says, "Evening." Nicholas Gardner lies. This stream is about booze, chocolate, candy myths, and filler about 100-year-old story. Very, very true.
And ice cream.
Ice cream, yeah.
Ice cream's got to be the topic of the night, I think.
Mr. Haskell says, when did the Fellowship special rock up then? I always thought they were in film order. There wasn't one.
No, there is.
Mm.
But it's late. You're right, Michael. It's weird. They start with the Two Towers, and then they do Return of the King fairly soon after that, like in the 30s. And the Fellowship one is obviously around the 70 mark or 80 mark.
That shows. I'd even forgot they did one.
I have no idea why they did that. It's the one that came with Arwen and Frodo on horse, and I don't actually have it. It's one of the few issues I don't have.
What we're gonna do then? I'm going
to be in real trouble with this in about a year and a half.
I'll have it somewhere.
Cole's probably got it though. You say you've got it, you'll be like, we'll get to the week, and you'll be like, did you get it? And you're like,
some shelf.
Cole's got it.
Some shelf.
For the last 2 years.
Where's it up to? Paplot says, and some profound cutlery discussions. I enjoyed the knife and fork discussions last week.
Poor Frederick.
Steve says, hello, Paplot. General Stephen, you're a Bono one. Joe says, hello all, no food or drink for me yet, as it's only 3:30 in the States. That's never an excuse. But paintbrush is in hand. Paplot says, Steve not drinking alcohol. What is next? Is he actually going to paint something? Don't be too hasty.
You actually look thinner tonight as well, mate. It's almost like not.
Oh, I don't. I tell you, I have
beer.
put a rake of timber on.
Not since last week.
I think I have. It was a talk. I think I was talking to Jay. So I've got, when you get to a certain age as a fella, you've got your clothes that you feel good about, when your best clothes, and then I also have clothes that are a little bit bigger, a little bit more roomy, and then my comfy clothes.
Yeah, obviously.
My comfy clothes are not comfy anymore. So that's when I know I need to sort myself out. And I'm sat here with 3 bars of chocolate, but yeah, I need to start being careful, I think. And
I can't work out why I'm putting on weight. All I'm doing is eating delivered ice creams at 9 p.m.
It's terrible. It's terrible. It gets to a certain age and it just happens. It's horrible. Seth says he's got dwarves at his door. I don't know what that's in reference to. Did I miss something? Leon says, hi guys, thanks for accepting both Sam and Gollum. Not a problem, pal.
No worries, man.
And Joe says, no stats for me tonight. Said goodbye to my year 6s this week. Yes, it was Daisy's last day today in school.
She's year 6?
No, she's not year 6. She's...
they're older, aren't they?
She's year 1. Year 1, that's right, isn't it?
Yes.
How old is year 6? What age is year 6?
Year 6 would be
10. Yeah. Daisy's 6.
Hmm.
But she's been in. Lily didn't go back. Daisy did. So she's back, but it was her last day today. He said goodbye to his year 6s this week, and they all brought me chocolate, so I may have overindulged slightly, putting some more work in on my Helmingers from last week. Joe, have you been working on them for about 6 years?
Surely, if anything, you should be bringing the chocolate along with it.
Yeah.
Sounds perfect.
Because if you don't eat it quick, it's still going to be there. You've got to eat it at some point. You may as well get it out of the way.
Yeah, and that way you won't eat it later.
Yeah. Eric says, hi everyone, hope all is well. Got to go to work, looking forward to watching later. Have a good day at work, Eric. And Athelstan Illustrates. Sup from Southend. How's it going, my pal? I don't think we've had you in the chat before, so welcome, yeah. Steph says,
now.
Yeah. We thought, what the hell are these 2 idiots talking about? Why is one of them eating ice cream? Seth says, I think, is that Baltimore, Maryland, is it? Does that make sense? The former English colonies across the Atlantic. Welcome, Seth. Steve's not painting. Shock horror. You said you lost your mojo, Steve. A little bit. Is that still the case? Is that why you're not painting?
You talking to yourself?
Mr. Bonner.
Ah, right.
Sometimes having a break is good though, because it kind of reignites that fire. Have a bit of a break from it. Take a step back.
As Take That once said, relight my fire.
Relight my
only desire.
Mm-hmm. GRE7632 says, James from Glasgow finally caught a live stream from the start. Welcome, James, and good stuff for catching the live stream from the start. As you'll see, that the start is full of nonsense and gibberish.
And fantastic turns of events.
Not missed much.
Joe
Rees-Jones, hello, tuning in from New York. Welcome, Joe. Thanks for joining us. Hope all is well in the Big Apple.
Yeah, your country's not doing well with this. I hope all you and your family are doing well.
Joe Holzman, 99 all day long for me. I think he's talking about in a corner.
Yeah,
sure. Steve Bonner, Magnum, most powerful ice cream. I do like a white Magnum, I'm not going to lie.
Magnums are fine, like, ice cream. But
they're a Saturday night treat, aren't they?
I'd have it in the freezer or I'd buy it from a shop. I wouldn't get it from a van.
Yeah, if you go to an ice cream van, you won't buy a Magnum, would you? Paplot says, I didn't eat many Magnums in my life, but what I remember is the mighty crack of thick chocolate layer under my teeth. Yeah, that noise. Tim McKnight, hello from Colorado. Hello, Tim.
Hey, Tim. Hope you're working on something. You could win a counter.
Aaron says, "Oh man, I could kill for an ice cream." I know. I didn't want an ice cream until I seen you eating one.
Home delivery.
Steve Otto says midstream, and then he's laughing. Midstream. It's a streaming joke.
That's about
Frodo.
Charlotte wetting herself.
Seth says, "Just have the kids hang out on the top of Orthanc. They will be all right." And Josh says, my best local ice cream shop does a raspberry ripple ice cream, so no need for raspberry sauce in it. I do like a raspberry ripple ice cream, but you just can't beat like a vanilla ice cream from an ice cream van with raspberry sauce
for an ice cream van. It's just, they're all good. Like a Feast is good, and like a Twister, they're all good. But just the fresh ice cream from a van, you cannot beat it.
Here's one. What's your favourite? Take ice cream out of it. What's your favourite treat from an ice cream van as a kid?
As a kid?
What was your favourite? What was your go-to?
So like lolly.
Yeah.
It was either a Feast, an original Feast, or
strong. They've got smaller, aren't they?
I think we got bigger, mate. They don't sell it anymore, but there was a thing that was it was an ice lolly. You might remember this.
Please, if you're going to say what my choice is, I'll be amazed because no one's ever heard of it.
There were 3 different bits. There were 3 fruits, and it was a strawberry, an orange, and a lemon. So you got like it was the shape of a strawberry, and it was obviously strawberry flavored, like an ice lolly. The shape of an orange flavored, and the shape of lemon. And it was beautiful. And you could have a big lick and have a bit of all of them, or you could eat them one at a time. It was gorgeous, and they don't make anymore. That's what I used to have.
Yeah. As a kid. So I've kind of got 2, so I'm cheating, but it's my game, so it's all right.
Got 4 out.
Before they stopped doing them, I used to really love. Do you ever have funny feet, the pink foot?
Oh yeah.
Funny feet. Pucker. And then there was another one called.
That was like a soft pink ice cream.
It was ice cream basically, yeah. Ice cream. There was another one I used to like called a pizzazz. Did you ever have a pizzazz? And it was just it was just like a regular shaped ice lolly, but it was kind of a cross between an ice lolly and ice cream, but it was all swirls of different flavours. And it said on the packet it was toffee flavour, but it wasn't. It just tasted something else, but pizzazz.
I'm not sure what I don't remember that.
Pizzazz. What about you guys in the chat? What was your favourite ice cream of choice from an ice cream van?
We're going to hear all sorts from all over the world.
Yeah, it's going to get interesting. Let's have a look.
Also, really good help for us not talking about any of that Middle Earth nonsense.
Yeah. Frederick says, "Do love a crush nut." Oh dear, off to a good start. Nick Garner says, Damien likes ice cream like a hobbit enjoys mushrooms.
I do love an ice cream.
I like a mushroom.
Hate a mushroom.
Frederick says, I can, you can watch my mate watch it. I can, you can watch my mate eat ice cream live on the internet. Where's it gone? It's jumped again. Itinerant hobbyist. Is that right? Itinerant? Hobbyist? Ice cream, not fair. You both don't have some. Yes, exactly my thoughts. See, if that was me, if the ice cream man knocks on my door, I'd have said, mate, I would love an ice cream. But I'm streaming with my pal, and he hasn't got one.
4 hours up the M1.
So, yeah. But yeah, is this first time in the chat? Where are you from, pal? Eric says that cone needed some Hershey's chocolate syrup on it.
That's like the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. I have to throw it away.
Yeah.
And then burn the bin in case someone accidentally found it. What was the risk?
Joe says Damien crushed that ice cream. Reminded me of Dwalin eating Bilbo's fish. He didn't stop for breath.
Well, bear in mind, I'm currently under 3 lights. Like it wasn't doing well.
The thing that made me laugh is how you
the
said.
ice in my gin has gone.
He said I'm gonna mute it now so that so you can't hear the crunch.
Yeah.
That's lies. He's a noisy eater and he ums and ahs like sexual noises whilst he eats. So and he just didn't want you to hear it. He's like oh.
I'm just wondering about how you're listening to me eat normally.
Told you, mate.
Sort of curry nights out after
iPhones are the devil's work.
Yeah.
You know, like when you're talking about something and then all the adverts on Facebook are of that thing that you've just been talking about.
I had one of them this week. What was it? I can't remember, but there was one of those, you know, where you look at it and go, I've only mentioned that to someone on the phone.
Yeah.
Probably a coincidence. There was an article. I read an article on it actually recently about someone.
It's not a coincidence.
Journalist.
It's not a coincidence.
Who had like they were really specific. There was like she was talking about a shiwi and a bulletproof vest. So they're really specific items, and she got adverts for them. And it was it was a conversation in person.
Yeah.
To her like boyfriend.
Yeah.
In the house.
Mm.
It was like it's a bit of a worry.
Yeah, you can turn that off apparently in the settings, but obviously they don't tell you about it.
So if you go into if you're on Apple, if you go into settings, general, and then there's a little switch that says listen to my private conversations and send me advertisements based on them, you just turn that to off.
Yeah, and then you're all right. So yeah, anyway, every day's a school day. Flipping it. Nick says, how is it other people's birthdays, but Damien gets a treat?
The next birthday.
Must be. Oh, it is actually. I think I seen on Facebook it was your birthday, Nick. Happy birthday, pal.
Is it Nick's birthday?
Yeah.
Let's not gloss over this. I'm going to go onto Facebook.
I'm pretty sure.
It's going to be a struggle for me because it looks rancid. Have you got new Facebook?
What? Desktop or mobile?
Desktop.
I don't think so.
It looks absolutely horrific.
Do you have to accept it to be on or something?
I didn't. I can't. The great thing is about this, I don't actually even know how to find memories anymore. Are there birthday posts? It is today. It is today.
Happy birthday.
Or yesterday, possibly. 21 hours ago, people were saying happy birthday.
Let's all wish Nick a happy birthday. Happy birthday, my friend.
I think
happy
we should
birthday. Sing. Hope you have an absolute belter.
We should sing, right?
No, you should sing.
Yeah, okay, but everyone should sing.
Yeah.
So everyone get ready. You're going to sing in 20 seconds time, but we'll imagine it's all right. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nick Gardner. Happy birthday to
you. Hey!
I missed a trick there. I should have done a Marilyn Monroe sexy.
That's what I thought you were gonna.
President.
Like deep breathing. I thought that's what we were gonna go for. Eating. You should have looked while you're eating your ice cream, making them noises, mate.
I'm gonna send him an ice cream for his birthday through the post. I'll go and hit up Stefano.
It's jumped, guys. It's jumped. Where are we? Jill Monroe joins us. First time making this stream. Expecting very little from you, Steve. How rude, Jill. And welcome to a GBHL live stream. Jill is a regular on the Top Table live stream.
She's right to expect very little. Right?
It's true, but it's still not nice to say it out loud, is it?
It's still hurtful, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, it's still mean.
Itinerant. Am I saying that right? Correct. Itinerant hobbyist. At least you have a candy bar. I have a chocolate. I do have 2 chocolate bars.
I've got 1 chocolate bar now.
Yeah. Candy and chocolate are not the same thing, are they?
Well, they are in America. Americans call candy chocolate.
Do they?
No, they call chocolate candy.
Oh, right, okay.
Whereas candy for us is more like your sugary sweets.
Yeah. Paplot says every stream marks Damien's birthday. Nick, he won't live much longer this way, but at least he gets to enjoy what's good in life frequently. Very, very true.
You just said I was going to die.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're taking a dark turn here.
Yeah. Aaron says, anyone else getting a major delay between Damien's video and audio? Let us know in the chat. Try.
I am back on Wi-Fi now. If you were here last week, remember the Ethernet debacle?
Yeah, it shouldn't do though. It shouldn't be any different because I'm receiving you. With this is a Zoom call, so if there was a delay because of your Wi-Fi, I'd have the delay as well. Try refreshing your page, Aaron. Press is it F5 to refresh, and see if that works for you. But yeah, let us know about that. Frederick says 17 minutes into the stream, it's just two blokes eating ice cream and chocolate.
Yeah.
Welcome, my friends.
Is that Frederick Schulz?
Yeah. You know how it works.
Yeah,
you know how it works, man.
Come on. At least Steve's not having a go at you about how you eat your food this week. Count it a victory.
I'll cut this, then I'll put my knife down. Swap hands.
Please don't. Let's not unpack that box again. I can't go back there.
Luke Church this evening. How you doing, Luke? Good to have you, pal.
Fuck, it's in the feral.
Oh, was that a blooper?
No, a duck, Steve, quick. It's in the feral, is that what it's called?
Beep.
Feral, is that right?
Feral.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, feral.
Yeah. Lead belcher, all up in my feral.
All up in and around you, feral. Aaron says...
Actually, the reason... You know feral Uruk-hai?
Yeah.
You know the reason they're called feral Uruk-hai?
Because they're feral?
No. It's because they designed them. Yeah, someone wrote the rules for them.
Yeah.
And then when they were sculpting the models for them, they didn't have a name, so they knew they were going to be some sort of Uruk-hai. And the guy gets his apparent. So the legend goes, the heavy metal painter got his Doomball brown out, and he started to paint them. And they said to him, they were like, what are we going to call this? They're all sitting in the same room. They go, what are we going to call this? And he apparently dips his brush too far into the paint. He goes, feral, as the guy next to him went, Uruk-hai. And they go, feral Uruk-hai. And he went, what? He went, that's brilliant. And they went off and they named it after that. Supposedly. That's absolutely true.
Do not repeat that story, anyone, and think it holds any gravis at all, because it doesn't.
I'm quite enjoying Damien's fictional story segment.
Damien's fictional stories.
What was it last week? I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
There was a similar thing about, you were probably drunk.
Yeah.
There was a similar thing about something sounding like that. I can't remember what it was. Flat iron. Was it flat iron? Something about an iron? D-iron or... It was about...
Oh, D-iron. That was the week before.
De-ionized water.
Yeah. I think that was the week before.
Yeah, maybe.
I reckon.
Maybe we didn't have a section last week.
Yeah. Aaron says, have you started your walks / running yet, Stephen? I haven't, as you can probably tell, but I've got a money spider's just hanging down in front of me. That's very odd. Off you pop. I haven't yet, Aaron. Life is very, very busy at the minute, and I literally had an hour's nap on the couch before I started streaming. Not intentionally.
How busy life is.
Not intentionally. I literally come in. All I remember is I was looking at my phone 1 minute, and the next thing, Daisy's jumping on me saying, Dad, we're getting in the bath. I was like, what? An hour had passed. An hour had passed. I fell asleep.
Well, that is the best sentence I've ever heard. I haven't. Life is so busy. I had an hour's nap on the sofa. You don't know, Aaron.
What I meant was I was that tired. It's been that busy a week that I fell asleep. So yeah. But yeah, soon, man. But what I did do, the standard Steve Crow method of having all the gear and no idea, I did order a load of running gear.
Nice.
Yeah, mate.
Like an athlete or something.
And if I breathe in a lot and stand at a certain angle in the mirror, I make it look pretty good. Yeah, boy.
You can breathe in.
It hurts after a while of breathing in, but yeah. I will be doing 100%. I need to do something quick.
To be honest.
Chris Murphy's saying, how you doing, Chris? Good to have you, brother. Hope you are
Good to
very
have you,
well.
sir.
He says, evening, gents. Please keep me entertained as I work. We can't promise that you'll be entertained.
You're not entertained.
You'll either watch the entertainment, or you'll watch in disgust, or you'll watch in just sheer bemusement of what the hell we are doing on the interweb.
Any of those things could entertain you, to be fair.
It's very true, very true. Aaron says, Year 6 was 12-year-olds back in my day, just before joining secondary school. Secondary school, you start at 11, don't you?
Yeah, you start at 11. Yeah.
I'm sure you start at 11.
Year 7 is the start of secondary school, so he's right. Year 6 is just before it, but you start at 11.
Yeah, I'm sure it's 11.
So year 6 would be like 10-year-olds.
Yeah.
I'm quite lucky because Charlotte will never actually be 10. She's going to go from about 5, and then she's going to be 25 and married to the right guy. I'm quite lucky in that respect.
It's crazy now because Lily's at that age now, like, and now she's off. But the development, we live quite close to the school, so the development where we live, there's quite a few of her friends live like literally just around the corner, and she's of that age now where people are calling round, and she's saying, "Dad, can I go out?
Can you come out to play?" Oh,
she's saying, "Dad, can I go out?" I'm like,
it's only about 3, isn't it?
I'm like, no, and I'm like, right, you can go out.
You
can go out on the front, and literally, I'm stood at the gate, just stood there, like making sure. That...
Ironically, looking like the sort of person you're worried about.
Yes, exactly that. Yeah, yeah. It's going to be difficult. I'm going to find it very difficult. I mean, I've done it before. Like my son's grown up now, but it just feels different with girls.
Absolutely dreading it.
It's just different, yeah.
I'm terrified of it. I said to Emma when she was born, I was like, I'll raise her for the first 10 years if you raise her for the next 10. I'm quite happy with that. Did you see my post today? Did you the chat we had at dinner?
Yes.
So good.
Yeah, she played you like a cheap fiddle, my friend.
For anyone who doesn't know, my daughter's 3.5. Bear that in mind when you hear this. But Emma's been at work today, and so I've had Charlotte all day, and then Emma's gone out tonight for her end of term drink, so we just had the whole day together, which has been lovely. And at dinner, Charlotte said to me, "Can we have McDonald's for dinner tomorrow night?" And I said, I actually see this as a way of kind of manipulating my child. And I was like, well, we'll have to ask Mummy, but if you're really, really good tomorrow, we could have that as a very special treat. Charlotte immediately says, we have lots of special treats tomorrow. No, obviously we can't have lots of special treats because otherwise they wouldn't be special. And she says, I kid thee not, well, let's just call them treats then. And I was like,
in your face, adult.
Yeah, I was like, well played. Like, yeah, probably then. Have what you want.
Yeah, do it.
You're not getting a free ice cream after you've gone to bed, though, I'll tell you that much.
I had McDonald's today.
Did you?
Yeah.
You're getting back in the mood?
Well, I had McDonald's. I've had it twice this week, McDonald's. I mean, it has been 4 months. Let's
I saw your review of the first one.
Yeah, I didn't. Even today, like, it was all right. But I was like, why did I crave this food? The only reason I had it tonight is because I kind of let the girls choose what they're having for tea. Because
they said, can we have McDonald's for it? It's a special treat.
Yeah.
That's what happens, right?
So, yeah, that was the only reason I had McDonald's. But, yeah.
It's just when anything's taken away from you, isn't it? Like, I had mine when it reopens because we live really close to one. And
you live literally across the road from one.
Yeah, and it's like I've had a McDonald's. I reckon I don't know when the last time I went 4 months without a McDonald's was. Like probably, I don't know, it might be a year, but it might well be 20 years. And it's like that's something that was always accessible. When it's taken away from you, like everything else has been over the last 4 months, that's not fair, is it? And so when it reopens, I think people are then kind of excited to go and get. It's like going back to a pub, going back to the cinema, going back to a theatre.
Yeah, I'm because tonight when I said to the girls, "What do you want?" They were like, "We get McDonald's." I was like, "All right then." Looks like we're getting takeout. I said to Anna, "Should we get a Nando's?" Because I've not had a Nando's for ages, and she was like, "Oh, I don't fancy a Nando's." I was like, "What?" So we ended up just getting McDonald's as well. But I can't get Nando's on my own. I have to.
Did you get it delivered?
No, went through a drive-through. Yeah. But Nando's you have to get delivered, obviously.
Yeah.
Joe says, Year 6 11 have been having transition days with my new class this week. And next week, played 2 truths, 1 lie, and not a single child thought watching Lord of the Rings every single day was a lie. That's good.
They didn't. So this is him saying that he watched it every day.
Yeah.
And they all believed him.
Yeah.
Good.
It's believable. It's
a reasonable thing.
He says he's been working on Rohan on and off since lockdown started. Yeah, I knew you'd been doing it for a while.
Do you know the Netflix story about that? About the guy who's watched. I think
Is it
Netflix posted it.
Yeah.
And it was like based on their records, someone has watched Lord of the Rings.
Is it in Canada? Was it a Canadian guy?
Was it? And it's like I can't think, but like 5,000 times or something.
I think it works out that he'd watched it every day, barring 3 days for a year or something like that. And
apparently, I think it was for his dog. Like his dog finds it soothing, so he puts it on when he leaves for work or something.
Yeah, of course your dog enjoys it, mate. Yeah.
Of course you have a dog.
Yeah. What it is, yeah.
I've got a dog
too. Anders talks hobbies in. How you doing, Anders? He says, "Hey all, just listening in as I finish work, waiting for more knives chat." Different topic this week, mate. Different topic. We're on ice cream at the moment.
Ice cream's in school years.
Yeah, it could change. Nick Gardner says, "Who the hell are these other people in New York that I don't know?" Introduce yourselves, guys. You know, that's what we're here for. It's like Tinder with 2 middle-aged English dudes talking nonsense in the background.
That's the best description of the stream I've ever heard. It's like Tinder. It was 2 middle-aged English guys, whichever I always think like Tinder needed more of.
Yeah. Just 2 guys
like
talking
2
nonsense.
Middle-aged English guys talking nonsense to help you with your dating regime. You've got an equal chance of success on this.
I'll tell you what, that could be the $1 million idea. We might never have to work again, mate.
What's that? As a dating app?
We just live stream and put people together.
Yeah.
Talking about nonsense. Be great.
Because bear in mind, this isn't particularly niche. It's not like we talk about Lord of the Rings or anything. Everyone likes ice cream.
It is kind of a running bit of a joke that we say, could you imagine if people tune into this who've never tuned in before, halfway through, they see a post on all the Hobbit groups, Lord of the Rings groups, and they sit there with the Lord of the Rings stuff out, and then they see us just talking about knives and forks.
But equally, genuinely, like, this was a bit different when we'd go on crazy tangents on the Palantir, because that was like an hour show. But if we're going to sit here and chat for 5 hours, there's only so much Lord of the Rings chatter we could do, you know.
And especially now, because there's not a lot going on. There's no events.
Yeah, exactly.
There's no new stuff yet.
I think we it's all themed vaguely around Lord of the Rings. You know, we're painting Lord of the Rings models. We're all here.
It's what brings us together. Do you know what I mean? The love. It's what brings us together.
And I've got, we'll talk about the magazine later. And I've got one kind of big Lord of the Ringsy discussion topic that's gonna chuck a little hand grenade in there. It's gonna be fun to talk about. That will involve me digging through some of my old books.
Yes.
And maybe doing an Australian whispered accent.
That's my favourite bit. That's the only reason I'm here. It's the only reason I'm here. But yeah.
So yeah, there's enough. There's enough.
Joe Reese Jones says York, UK, not New York, but yes, thoughts with the folks from there.
Hey York. I was there for a stag do in the world that was.
It's nice York. I like it in York. It's only up the road.
I got incredibly drunk and went into the York Armoury, ordered Legolas's knives, and then forgot about it, and they got delivered to work a few months later.
You might be able to. So Joe, is there used to be a bar in York, Stone Roses bar. So it was a Stone Roses themed bar. We played all indie music, but it was themed around Stone Roses. Is that still there? I remember that from many, many moons ago when I was last in York, which is a long time ago. It was a great band.
I hope not.
Oh, it's great.
Dreadful band.
Great band. Best band ever, mate. Aaron says, don't forget to go through the magazine early and not like 1 a.m. Definitely won't be like 1 a.m. because I've got work in the morning. But yes, we will be going through the magazine in a bit. Anders says, don't think I'll be painting any Middle Earth after work though. Kind of need a break after all the Urukai I've been doing lately. You deserve a break, Anders. Have a break, man.
Have a Kit Kat.
Yeah, have a break. Nick says, Steve said Big Apple. That's my York, the best York. The peppermint patty of Yorks.
What's a peppermint patty?
Don't know, but it sounded good.
It sounds like some sort of American chocolatey treat or something.
Peppermint patty? Maybe. Tristan says, hey guys, how you doing? How's it going, pal? Josh says, it was always an orange Calippo for me. Orange Calippo. I'm not mad on orange flavoured ice treats. I'll have one, but not through choice.
I don't mind a Calippo. I haven't had one in years. I think there are better choices, and you always got sticky.
Sticky,
yeah. Field, if you had a Calippo, you would always get.
And the thing it'd get mushy around the top, wouldn't it? You know, the paper. Yeah. He also says, I had a cola flavour one the other day. Jesus, that was nasty. Cola ice lollies just don't work, do they?
I hope they called it Calippo. Because if they didn't, they
will now.
They've missed a trick there.
Yeah, a Calippo.
You'd have to, wouldn't you?
Nick Garner says, simple mint chocolate chip for him.
Yeah, mint chocolate chip is an excellent ice cream.
Yeah. Aaron says, from a van 99 cone with strawberry sauce or a screwball. Screwballs were great.
You've accidentally, you've typed raspberry wrong there, Aaron.
You've misspelt raspberry.
Yeah,
from a shop, Feast or White Magnum.
Feast, yeah.
Tim McKnight says,
you used to, when you had a feast, did you used to eat the for anyone who doesn't know,
around the outside?
It's an ice cream with kind of chocolate coating with nuts on.
Hang on, I'm going to stop you there. I'm going to stop you there because you're describing it wrong.
Am I?
So it's a lolly stick with a chunk of chocolate.
Going inwards, you're going out.
It's a chunk of chocolate on it. The chocolate ice cream surrounding the chunk of chocolate, and then coated in chocolate with nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was just going the other way.
Do it the right way, and then we're all.
Always have to finish on nuts, you don't you? So did you, when you were eating it, did you eat all the crispy coating and the ice cream and try
then the ice cream?
The chocolate bar?
So you just had the chocolate bar at the end.
That was the goal, wasn't it? Try and get everything off.
It was odd, that chocolate one. It didn't taste like it didn't have the same consistency of normal chocolate. It was an odd chocolate. It was nice.
Yeah, well, it's gonna be like cheap advent calendar chocolate or something.
I always thought, was it a certain chocolate that had to withstand?
It's probably Galaxy or something.
The freezing process, I thought. You know what I mean? I got a bit technical with it. You just ruined it and said it was just some cheap crap chocolate. Because by the time you get to it, your taste buds are dead.
That's you getting technical. I reckon it had to survive the freezing process. I've lost any of you there.
That's as technical, mate. This is Battle Streams in Middle Earth. That's as technical as we're gonna get.
Let's be honest. By the way, I've also got. I went for the healthy option. Oh, I got my grapes.
Oh. Yeah. You got a little picnic going on there, mate.
All right, good.
Yeah.
I like grapes. I like a grape.
I'm not mad.
Shall I try it? We're going for it.
Oh, it's going to end up on the deck here now. Whee! I thought it was going to bounce off your face and land in the white bag like all them bits did last week.
And in the lead belcher.
And then in the lead belcher.
I'm only doing one because I can't possibly get any better than that. I'm retiring under the. No point in trying again.
Tim McKnight says ice cream sandwich for sure. So obviously Tim is American. So what is an ice cream sandwich? Is that wafers either side?
I reckon that's going to be wafers.
So like a slab of ice cream with a wafer top and bottom.
Yeah. I reckon.
See, I like them, but I like a nugget wafer.
Them, didn't we? You used to be able to unwrap them. I feel.
Well, you can get them from the ice cream van. You can get
it in a packet, couldn't you? But I think you could get it in a packet and unwrap it in it.
Oh, I've never had it in a packet. I've had choc ices in a packet.
Maybe I don't.
Joe Holzman is going with one of my current favourites, Twister.
Yeah, I've never been huge on Twisters. I
love a Twister. Pineapple flavour ice cream.
They're all right.
I'd buy tubs of that. Why don't they sell it in tubs?
I went to fun pineapple ice cream themed story. On our honeymoon, we went to Hawaii. We went to the Dole pineapple plantation, and they make, obviously hundreds of pineapples.
Is that where they make pineapples?
Yeah, they grow them, if you will. They don't create them. Breed them in a lab.
Yeah.
But they sold Dole like pineapple flavored ice cream, and we were like, obviously, and they were like, you gotta try the ice cream. I was like, okay, so eat the ice cream. And they said something, I can't honestly remember, it was 10 years ago, but they said something like, do you want a small or a medium? Or you know, a medium or a large? I went, oh, let's have a large. And this thing, honestly, I've got a photo of it. It's like that big. Like, you know, you're holding the cone and the ice cream's like that big. And I was like, this is a stupid amount of ice cream. And we tried it. It was like, this is all right, but it's quite strong. You know, it's that, you know, at least in Twister, it's mixed in with the, what's the green? There's another flavour.
It's lime,
you've got a raspberry. You've got a raspberry.
Raspberries in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, but this is pure pineapple ice cream, and you've got a pint of it.
Yeah.
And like the thing, and then you're in Hawaii, it starts melting. It's running down. I smelt of pineapple for about four years, and you know, we I think we threw it away in the end. We both had our fill of ice cream.
Yeah.
And then we're like, I've eaten all the ice cream I want to eat, and I've still got the biggest ice cream I've ever had.
It's dripping down your arm.
Yeah, it's too much ice cream.
But Twister is strong choice. I love a Twister. Andrew Pennington says,
hey Andrew, how you doing, man?
The pub near me made ice lollies from cider. Sold them for 10p a piece back in day. I've had cider ice lollies. Yeah, they're all right. I've had lager ice lollies as well. Not great.
Well, every now and again, have you ever left a beer in the freezer too long?
Yeah.
When you're trying to chill it quickly, and then it does freeze, and then if you try and drink it, it tastes disgusting.
Yeah, it's minging.
Yeah.
Seth says, my folks always told me to stay away from the ice cream man. Strange guy, but I like cookies and cream. Nice. Athelstan Illustrates says, have to be a feast for me personally, and I'm good, thanks. Feasts are getting the love tonight.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good bar. There's a mint feast as well.
There is a mint feast, yeah. There is a mint feast. Nicholas Gardner, he's flying that Hershey's flag. He's saying Hershey's for life. I mean, it's odd. It's odd that you'd have such bad taste, Nick.
Oh, the thing is, they don't have too much up. It's their Cadbury's, you know.
Why would Cadbury's not just invade America then?
You can't just invade countries, Steve.
Because
that sort of stuff.
Because it's obviously a superior chocolate. You know, they just say, look, have your Hershey's, but just try this. No one's going to say, yeah, I prefer the Hershey's.
Have a go on this.
Yeah, mate. Try this. You know where you can get some more? Just come back to me.
England, mate.
Ewan Williams, hey everyone, back again. My update for the week. Had birthday, happy birthday, and got tons of models such as Pelennor box set, Fighting Urukai, Mordor Troll, Isildur and Elendil, and Faramir in armour plus armies. So first and foremost, happy birthday, Ewan.
Do you sing again?
Do you want to sing again? I think you should. You can't sing to one and not the other.
Yeah, imagine if he's watched it and he heard us sing to Nick.
Yeah, that'd be terrible. So
Ewan, yeah.
Ewan, yeah.
Happy birthday to Ewan. Happy birthday to Ewan. Happy birthday, dear Ewan. Happy birthday to you.
Hey! Just for you, that, my friend. Hope you enjoyed it.
There's a bit of a twist on it there. I don't know if you heard, but instead of you, I was saying Ewan.
I caught it. I wasn't sure if you were aware you were doing it.
It was very subtle. It's a think piece.
But yeah.
It's going to be like The Usual Suspects or something. People will go back and watch it and they'll hear it differently.
Yeah, very true.
Go, oh God, that's clever.
Janamo's in. How you doing, Janamo? He says there is an option under settings to go back to the old Facebook layout.
Shouldn't have to.
There you go. Tim McKnight is saying happy birthday. Ewan saying happy birthday. Frederick saying happy birthday. Nick saying lol, thank you. Chris says happy birthday. Pablo says happy birthday. Frederick says no delay for me. Just refresh your page, Aaron. Anders says not a huge ice cream fan.
I like that. It's no delay. Just refresh your page. Sort it out.
Get good, man. Get good. Anders says, not a huge ice cream fan, but I love fresh soft serve or something like brownie or cookie. What's soft serve? Is that like frozen yogurt?
Soft serve to me sounds like it's the kind of ice cream I just ate.
Yeah, like sort
It's
of
the whippy kind of ice cream.
whippy ice cream. Yeah.
It's hard to know the wordings between countries and stuff.
Yeah. Josh says usually it would be itinerant, as in from itinerary. Could be an accent thing, mind.
Yeah, itinerant. That's what you've been saying, though, isn't it?
Itinerant.
Yeah.
Have I? When did I say that?
Haven't you?
Don't know.
You said it like twice, and the second time you said, "Is that a word?"
Was that somebody's name?
No.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, it is. It is. Sorry, you're right. It's something like itinerant hobbit or something.
Oh right, yeah. Itinerant. Okay. Frederick. Frederick already ate my knoppers. Did not use a knife. He went rogue.
Oh,
He went rogue. He went rogue.
not worth the risk on this stream, is it? Imagine if you used your knife, you told Steve about it. It'd be on you. It'd be on you like that.
He also says ferals existed before Doomble Brown. Damien is fake news confirmed. And he's put 4 exclamation marks after that, so he really, really, really means it.
I meant, what was it? Was it Dark Flesh? Was it Dark Flesh?
Dark Flesh.
Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Obviously, I was just adapting the old paint names
for the younger
ones,
viewers.
So I didn't confuse anyone. Obviously, doesn't mean it's not true.
So Nick Gardner says, no lies, he auto-corrected Dark Flesh to Doomble Brown, so new hobbyists could follow, because that's what heroes do.
It was Dark Flesh. Yes, what a time to be alive.
Seth says, yeah, I could start walking myself. Thanks, all this lockdown nonsense in the States, I'm getting out of breath easily. Should have a GBHL exercise stream like those 80s to 90s exercise VHSs. Now there is a Palante 100 skit.
We need more content, right?
Tell you.
We could do that. We could do it with painting and up and down and up and down.
I do need to get my backside in gear big time. Chris says, Mr. Chris Murphy, that is Sharwin going to marry a landless traveller who is actually a king, much to Damien's disgust?
If that must be an Aragorn reference, right? If she was to marry a king, I'd take that.
I think it was, yeah.
Because it's the Arwen connection, surely.
Yeah,
I would think. As Elrond, you wouldn't back him, would you? It's like backing Leicester to win the Premier League a few years ago. You know, it's like he's going, "What are you going to do, Aragorn? You're going to reclaim the throne of Gondor and destroy Sauron, and if you win, you get to marry my daughter."
Crack on, mate.
I don't think that's going to happen, mate. It's like with Thingol, you know, in the Silmarillion Thingol, when Beren comes to him, he says like, how do I get your daughter? And he's like, I'll tell you what, or I can't remember who offers, but I can't remember if it's Thingol that asks, but he goes, bring me back a Silmaril. And he goes, all right, I will. He goes, yeah, all right, off you go, mate. You know, good luck with that. They're in the Crown of Morgoth. Good luck with that. And then when he comes back with one, he's like, all right, yeah, have a.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
I'm going to eat this bar of chocolate. Do you want to carry on the chat, or are you painting?
Oh, I'm mid lead belcher. Do you need me? I can stop. You've been doing an excellent job. I'll stop. I'll jump in.
Yeah. I mean, I've been doing it for over an hour. Just saying.
Yeah. Is that all you've been doing? Is it? All right, here we go. Live chat.
Chris Murphy, Sharwin.
Chris Murphy and Sharwin. Oh, Larry's in, so he must be there. Chris Murphy is Sharwin. There we go. Got it. Pat Block. Given the law, Damien should already be rising such a boy in my household. Yeah. What's his name? Is it Estelle or something? I think when he's in Rivendell, isn't it? In Aragorn's young. Unless I messed something up. Joe Holzman, it was Netflix. Yeah, that's still not the Lord of the Rings thing. That's what gave me the idea. I believe it's because it was the exact length of time he worked for, and he put it on for the dog. There you go. Yes, that's the additional bit. It's the length of time that he's out for. Jill Monroe, I couldn't take painting any more Minas Tirith warriors for the week, so I'm cleaning up a 40k terrain kit. Ooh, 40k. It's not really what we're about on here, Jill. It's called it. It's painting Ministerial though. Is that a new army? You brought Jill over from top table. I presume you know.
Sorry, what?
It's all right, guys. He's just eating his lunch. Jill painting her Ministerial army.
Apparently, when you've got earphones in and you're chewing, the noise from your jawbone stopped you being able to hear it.
You were criticising my eating. Oh my god! You're om. Yeah, Jill Munro with the Ministerial army apparently.
Yes.
Right, there you go, Jill. Yes, is the answer. I'm glad that we turned to Steve for that. Josh Bryant, Jill, that's perfectly understandable. I don't know how anyone
can.
Oh, there's another comment. Can face painting Warriors of Ministerial for the Uruk-hai weeks? I'll likely get my new Mark III tactical squad that I brought to. I completely agree. I've never painted a Ministerial warrior in my life, and I have no desire ever to paint a Gondor army. Quite contrary to Steve, who's got a huge Gondor army.
I don't mind painting armour.
Too much. I don't like armour. Too much armour. Rubbish. Cloth for me. I like cloth.
Yeah.
Don't like armour. Don't like skin. Frederick, AMA is gone from the web store. Does that mean he'll be here in time for AMA week? Do you mean he's gone, as in the whole thing's been removed? Because he's been out of stock forever. I'm going to do some. We're going to do some live update time. He's been out of stock for absolutely ages.
Yeah.
He's actually been removed.
Have you got it up?
I'm getting it now. I'm doing it. I'm going. AMA did not match any products. He has been removed. That is good, Frederick. Do you know what? I don't normally read too much into these things, but I think that's not crazy. When people, like certain crazy people, they'll change the cover picture on like the website, and they'll say, well, that means the supplement's coming out tomorrow, which isn't necessarily always the case. And when things go out of stock, it's always the case. But if it's actually been removed, that does sound to me like potentially. And he must be soon. So our dream, let me get this right. Our dream, what we want to do, if we want to have our AMA party, because the plan for AMA week is to have like everyone builds their AMA at the same time, right?
Yeah.
That's the plan. So he'll go on pre-order on a Friday, and then he'll be on sale the next. No, is it Friday or Saturday for GW? It's Saturday for GW, isn't it?
Saturday, yeah.
It's Friday.
It's Friday.
Yeah, so he'll go on pre-order on a Saturday. He'd then be on sale the following Saturday.
I think he's going to go for pre-order on the 1st of August.
Yeah, so we'd need him the week after that, because people wouldn't have him for the stream. People would probably get him on a Monday, right? So that means he's in 3 issues time. Spoilers. We'll look ahead to that in the future. AMA week. So that means we need him to go on. I'm going to get my calendar up to make sure I get this right. AMA week is, if we go in order, is the 7th. So we would need him to go on pre-order next Friday. If he goes on pre-order on the 24th, on the Saturday the 25th, because you don't think he'll go on pre-order tomorrow, do you?
No.
I think you'd know about it in advance, wouldn't we?
I think he'll go for pre-order on the 1st of August.
Right, because if he goes up for pre-order on the 25th, that means he'll be delivered to people on like the 3rd or 4th, ready for battle streams on the 7th, which is when we need him.
Yeah.
Technically, if he goes on pre-order tomorrow, which he could do, but I think they would have announced it in a community article.
I just think
arrive a week early. So my hope is the 25th. That's the perfect situation for battle streams. He goes for pre-order next Saturday.
Yeah, I don't think he'll go for pre-order tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be all about 40k. 100%.
It'd be good if they did do it next week, though. Like, can you imagine? I'm not saying that means they're listening to battle streams and all that, but can you imagine if he goes for pre-order so that everyone gets him the week of AMA week? How cool would that be?
It would make people really think that we have more power than we actually have.
And then all of us just build our AMAs on the Friday together. That'd be so cool. That's what I'm hoping for.
If the planets align and that happens,
yeah.
I'll put the lottery on that week.
Good spot though, Frederick. You might be on something there. Joris Jones says, yes, Stone Roses is still about. He walked past it yesterday. Apparently they do a very cheap triple vodka Vimto.
Yeah, it was always cheap. It's like a studenty type bar. But it's not students. It's
Chris Murphy.
full of middle-aged manx.
is doing a slightly weird flex. Saying I used Google and found out it's still there. I think it's a kind of it's implying that you could find out quite easily if it's still there. Josh Bryant says I need to watch my arse around York. Okay. Carl Pilkey 101. Carl Pilkey 01. Are you the real Carl Pilkington?
Who's this?
Just picked up Carl Pilkey 001.
Is that Carl Pilkington?
If you are Carl Pilkington, please make yourself known.
Please.
Just picked up the Urukai Scout Command Pack online. Not seen it stock for months. Can't wait to get paid. Brilliant.
It's not the real Carl Pilkington because he's not moaning about it.
I have just painted mine. I finished painting the drummer. I've been painting those over the last few months one at a time. They're beautiful, beautiful models. Enjoy. Mm-hmm. Larry Miller is in. Got here a little wake. Have we settled on this week's irrelevant topic yet? And then he immediately says, I see we have. And he's put cola ice is actually quite nice. Yeah, I think it's ice cream. Make sure you go back. I get an ice cream delivered to the stream, like you read about.
It's crazy stuff.
Just Bryant says... He's confirming York. He says Sundays are fine, but any archers around and I'm ducking for cover. Lovely city though, beautiful place. It is a beautiful city. Chris Murphy. It isn't just in York. They want to shoot you with a bow. Ham Dizzle says, "Is that Jay from Top Table Gaming on the left? Is that me or on the left of Steve's screen? I'm not Jay. What's going on? Ham Dizzle knows this. What? There must be a gag here. What have I missed?
I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Let's go, Dizzle. We are very bobbins at keeping up with relevant comments on the chat.
Most of the jokes happen about 20 minutes before we read them.
Yeah, so your comment probably makes complete sense. We're just idiots.
Ask Larry Miller how to do it. Larry will now make a comment and explain it underneath. It's very useful. Josh Bryant is worried Chris Murphy's going to shoot him with a bow. Max Nalla says, Twister ice lollies with a king daddy topper round our estate. Yeah, they're popular. Aaron says, yes, Damien, that was the only technique and way to eat a feast. Yeah, absolutely. Joe, emptied my Citadel water pot and noticed the sticker on the back. There's a barcode, the GW logo and other stuff, and a 12 plus logo. You need to be over 12 years old to use the water pot. Well, you know, it's got sharp edges, hasn't it?
Well, it's bigger than the old one. You might drown in it.
Yeah. Please do not drown in this water pot. Steve, Frederick Shaw says, Steve, check out Alex French Guy Cooking.
I've seen him. I think I'm subscribed.
There you go.
I think I'm already subscribed.
Aaron says, mixed grapes need some cheese and crackers as well. Oh, yeah. We finished our crackers today, actually.
What's your favourite cheese to have with crackers?
Oh, we're going off topic. We're going off topic.
Yeah.
Like,
See, I'm not a massive cheese lover, but I do like a bit of cheese.
I like brie. I'm a big fan of brie.
Mm. What about cheese, though? Not town. Cheese. Why
is he talking about towns? Cheese. I really like a kind of Mexicana, any sort of spicy cheddar. I enjoy quite a lot. I don't like too much blue. I don't like blue cheese really.
And what kind of cracker would you put that on?
Anything kind of like whole wheaty seeds, something with a bit of crunch and a bit of flavour to it. I think. But I'm pretty easy with cheese, to be honest.
Yeah,
I'm not blue cheese. Yourself?
I'm not mad on cheese. I love cheese if it's there. There's nothing else to eat. I'm hungry, which is probably a lot of the time. But I like the garlic sort of roulardi roll, soft cheese.
Oh yeah.
I like that. Like on the Hovis.
A Boursin.
Boursin, yeah. I like that on the Hovis, like digestive-y type.
Oh, that is normally a biscuit I would actually leave in the tin.
Oh no, mate! Get some Boursin on it.
I'd rather go for one of the seedy ones, you know.
No.
Ideal cracker.
It's been known.
Did you hear? This is so weird. There was an explosion in a cheese factory in Cambridge this week.
No.
Apparently, debris went everywhere.
Whee! How long have you had that in your back pocket?
It's been there for about a minute since I brought up cheese. I was like, we're in here.
When's cheese week? I'm saving this for cheese week. That joke is We can't see it because of his webcam, right? But that joke is written on a post-it note on his screen saying "cheese week gag, cheese week gag."
Don't forget. From week 3, I knew cheese would come up. You know, cheese has got to come up at some point. Don't forget.
Oh,
Do you
jeez.
know where I think I got that from? Keith Robertson, who's one of the sculptors for the Middle Earth range, he had a cheese advent calendar. I think it was last year, maybe the year before, and on Facebook, every day you opened a door, there would be a cheese joke, and he'd post the cheese joke on Facebook. Now that's 24 cheese jokes. And then what started happening is clearly the people who made a cheese, so you'd get a block of cheese in it, you'd get a different cheese, but you'd get a joke to enjoy with the cheese. And clearly they couldn't get to 24, and so they started having fun facts about cheese. And there was one that was like, I think one was a fun fact, and it was something like cheese goes really well with grapes. It's like, that's not a fun fact, that's a serving suggestion. And they even run up, but there was quite a lot of these jokes in there, and that one stayed with me.
Debris everywhere, eh? Tell you what, debris.
What cheese do you use to get a bear down from a tree?
Don't know.
Come on, bear.
Come on.
I could do these or not.
Shocker.
Solid cheese. Thanks for that, Aaron. Set me up nicely. Larry, I've not had them in a long time, but Galaxy, oh, for God's sake, used to do some great ice creams. 'Twas like vanilla ice cream. He's actually written twice. 'Twas like vanilla ice cream surrounded by smooth Galaxy chocolate with a really thick bit down the middle.
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yes, good, is the answer to that. Yes.
Tim McKnight, vanilla. Oh, I think this is a sandwich. Vanilla ice cream between 2 chocolate chip cookies. And he says it's amazing. I mean, that's obvious. That sounds fantastic. The best is when you roll the exposed ice cream in mini chocolate chips.
When you roll the exposed ice cream.
Yeah, so you and you get chocolate chips around the edge. That
where's Tim. So you've got a separate bag of chocolate chips.
Yeah, well, or maybe they're sold in the ice cream shop or something. Yeah, the chocolate chips would have to be separate.
I'll have it. I'd give it.
It sounds great, right?
I'd give it a go. Yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
That sounds better than wafers. I'd swap wafers for chocolate chip cookies any better. I don't know why I'm getting fat. Ham Dizzle says, think we have big portions. Oh boy, wait for America. Nick Gardner, Cadbury hasn't invaded America because UK tried it twice and failed. Oh, I think we won.
I think you'll find your English.
I think we fail. We're just really rude with our tea. Joe Reese Jones, my partner's been making ice cream all the way through lockdown, so it's been my own personal safer-based ice cream van. Particular highlight of the chocolate orange of a splash of Contro. Oh, good. I'd have some of that.
Oh, yeah.
What? Joshua Crosby.
No one likes to show off.
Starts lying.
Yeah.
Saying Hershey syrup is the best syrup for ice cream. The chocolate itself is great. Well, actually, to be fair, do you know what? You've acknowledged the chocolate, so maybe the syrup is really good.
Yeah, I've never had it.
No, I haven't had it. This is fun. I do enjoy these. I really do. Oh God, there's cheese. It's just jumped, and I've seen there's cheese jokes coming.
Ewan.
What a time to be alive.
Ewan.
Love the custom. Happy birthday, thank you. Oh, you did pick up on it. Didn't make it subtle enough. Frederick, anyone here know Willet Soft Serve? English guy bought an ice cream machine and puts all kinds of stuff through it. I don't know what that means.
Anyone here know Willet Soft Serve?
Soft Serve. Is Willet Soft Serve a machine or something?
Anyone know?
Oh no! I know what he's talking about here. There's Willet. Right. Okay. So there's a YouTube series called Willet Blend. Have you ever seen that? There's a guy. It's hilarious. The guy basically has got a blender and he puts things in it to see if they will blend. So it's like it's iPhone. Will it blend? And he puts it in. It turns out it will blend. He takes it out and smoke comes out and he goes, look, I smoke. And so there must be a series called Will It Soft Serve.
Right.
Where this guy has bought an ice cream machine and put stuff through it. It's the same.
Right, okay. Okay.
There you go.
We're with you.
Got that. I enjoy ice smoke. Frederick Schultz says it was Dark Flesh, yeah. I know, honestly. Larry says, I've been watching for a little over 7 minutes, and this is the first relevant stuff I've heard. Are you talking about ice cream, or did we accidentally talk about Lord of the Rings? Patlock, I'm so glad this stream's in English and not Polish. You see, there's a shared word in Polish for both ice cream and a certain naughty activity that rhymes with paint job.
Rhymes with paint job?
Well, job's not bereft of naughtiness.
But rhymes with?
Yeah, but we're not going to know it, are we?
Because it's Polish. Right, okay.
Josh Bryant, it's a storytelling thing, isn't it? There's absolutely loads of these impossible questions, impossible tasks, stories.
What's that?
It's a storytelling thing, isn't it? There's absolutely loads of these impossible questions, impossible task stories. What were we talking about 20 minutes ago, Steve?
I don't know what we were talking about 2 minutes ago.
Not even drinking.
I can't remember. I can't remember before cheese.
Steve, I'll just go over to Zoom. You're just watching. Paint something. If I'm going to do this, you need to paint.
This is a good stream. I don't want to miss it.
Leon says, think about her. This must be Charlotte marrying a real king and the whole yellow press watching back all these live streams. Yeah, we good. I always think that about like if my children ever find this stuff.
Oh, God. Imagine.
And I'll have to go, yeah, it might be embarrassing, but this is why you're famous.
Yes. This is why people stop you in the street and you run away.
Thank you. And thank you for your parents. Jill Monroe, the military farm was a very cheap eBay pickup. There's 125 of them. Oh, I could not do that. Absolutely no. For those reasons, I'm out. Good luck with that, Jill.
Just before we move on, Jill, what is your how are you painting them? So what's your process? With anything that's got armour, I basically 2 layers of lead belcher spray everything, and then I'd do a couple of washes, dry brush Necron compound, and then go in and pick out the detail. Flesh.
You mean by the detail? You don't mean on the armour, do you? You mean
no.
The other bits, yeah.
See,
I've got into since Kev Spector's painting guide for Gundabad Orcs, which was the one I used for my Gundabad army. It is amazing, but it's so time consuming as Kev. But I've started doing that, and it's base coat with what is now Rune Flank Steel, so incredibly bright. Wash it heavily with Agrax, then edge highlight it with either Ironbreaker or Rune Fang again, and then shade it subtle, like shade it manually as if you're painting it. So don't chuck the wash over it, but you basically paint the wash in between your edge highlight and the dark shadow. And I think, and that's what I did on my Gundabad army, and it looks great. And I now can't. I did it on all my Rannons. Now, like if I'm painting any armor, I have to do it like that because it looks good. But it just takes forever.
Yeah,
it just takes forever. And I couldn't. It is one of those. I'd have to do some version of that for my Ministerial to keep those models looking kind of as good as my other models. And I just couldn't face it. I couldn't face it. But yeah, that's if you can find a cheaper way of doing it or a quicker way of doing it, all the good. Pat Block says painting cloth is the best. Yep, I entirely agree. Josh Bryant says it's not armor I object to. I play fiefdoms and Eastlings for crying out loud. It's specifically the Ministerial models I don't like. Phantom Corps, Rogue Clans, and Citadel Guard grown in fair enough. Hamdizzle. Jill, I did like 30 Warriors Ministerial and I don't want to do another one. Screw 125. Frederick says, if AMO was available for AMO week, I promise I will actually start a Rohan force with AMO just for the lulz. There you go.
That's captured. It's captured now. That promise. Everybody's heard it. It's here forever.
Absolutely. And you can't break a pinky promise.
Nope.
Josh Bryant, there's just something about the Warriors Ministerial I hate. I've hated loads of the young team. I hated it. Yeah, I'm with you. Larry Miller, probably at the earliest going for pre-order on 40k release day. When's 40k release day, Steve?
Tomorrow.
Oh, so Larry's chosen to write 40k release day instead of tomorrow. Interesting choice.
Is it tomorrow or is it next week?
I don't know.
Was it a 2-week pre-order?
The big releases are normally 2 weeks, aren't they?
Yeah, I think it was a 2-week actually.
I believe in Larry's ability to write tomorrow, so I reckon it's probably a week tomorrow, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe.
Chris Murphy says they're not listening to your battle streams, they're listening to your iPhone. Just Bright, I'm converting a Ministerial for Airway, Ships King era, Numenor and aesthetic. That's cool, but that's somewhere down the line. That sounds fun. Larry Miller says, aren't there 2 more weeks AM a week? Yes, there are. There are 2 more weeks. So that's what we're saying. That there's a week on the 24th, a week on the 31st, and the AMA week will be on the 7th,
Oh.
which means if AMA goes for pre-order on the 25th, he'll be released on Saturday the 1st. So people won't have him until the 3rd or the 4th, is what we're saying. They'll get him on the 3rd or 4th, ready for the stream on the 7th. So for Battle Streams Middle-earth purposes, assuming we manage to do the next 3 weeks, of course, we want him pre-ordered on the 25th. Is the dream. Paplock, keep your foreign fans in mind. We might not get our AMAs so quickly after the pre-order. Oh, yeah, that is tricky. You'd have a week. Is a week too much? Is a week not enough? Do you not get them within a week? I don't know if we could delay it. We'll see what happens. Tristan Hemsley, AMA week. Let's make it happen. Let's make it. I like that. Let's make it happen. Let's. What is it? What's that Area 51 thing? They can't stop all of us. If we all jump on small hammer world, screaming, give us our AMAs. They're in there. They're in the factory. Clearly, they're in their boxes.
We know you have them.
Yeah, just give it. Do you not know about Battle Streams in the Love? Nearly 40 people watch that every week. How many people are going to buy Indomitus? Seriously, 40? I don't think so. Hamdizzle says my comedy is wasted on you lot. All right, he said yes. The TTG stream early in the week, I asked if Jay was Damien for the lols, so reversing the joke.
You're right. I do vaguely remember now, actually. I do.
See now, Hamdizzle, that is very funny, but I would rephrase the fact that we can't remember what happened 20 minutes ago, let alone 4 days. Jill Monroe says, I was aiming to get 100% painted for my collection. I would be if I wasn't aiming to get 100% painted for my collection, I would be pacing it out over years. Oh, we're on to cheese. Hamdizzle, Bleat and Blue Murder are some stellar choices. Inject them into my veins. That'll cure you of coronavirus as well. Hamdizzle says cheese chats making me salivate. Oh, that's not a type of cheese. That's the chat about cheese. Joe Holzman says like a good brie or camembert, but Cornish Cove do a nice cheddar with Diablo chilies. Yeah, that's in the kind of Mexicana genre, isn't it? The kind of spicy cheddar. Tim McKnight, Borsan is so good. Yep, I'm quite surprised that Borsan's over there. I didn't necessarily know that was transatlantic. Also
French,
adding that. Yeah, I presume so. But also adding that joke to my dad, Arsenal, you're very welcome. Ham Dizzle, you ready for this, Steve?
Go on.
Bit of a cheese fact for you. Did you know that Edam is made backwards?
Yes.
Pretty sure that was in the advent calendar. Josh Arad says, looking forward to seeing a Gondor. He's talking about Josh's Ship King's era Gondor army. Aaron says, I hope AMA comes out way into August. My wallet can't afford it with Indomitus next week. Paplock, he's not made to order. Just don't buy him the moment he becomes available. Oh, I think he's replying to Aaron there. Michael Haskell's in. I didn't.
That's like asking Damien to refuse an ice cream man at his front door.
Asking Damien, tell me the human on this earth that your ice cream man turns up at your door and goes, do you want an ice cream for free? And you go, I don't. There's no one on this earth.
What I will say is, Damien, nothing is for free. That he'll want something for that.
Right, he wants me to continue to use his custom later and to spread the good word of Stefano's to the fine nerds on the internet. He's also my neighbour. Do you know what happens when you give your postie a cup of tea? He goes home to his wife, and his wife goes, "Yeah, but there's nothing for free."
Yeah,
what has he said?
I only give it him so that he doesn't take my must be signed for packages back to the post office. So I have to collect them. He puts them in our secret place.
He comes home and he goes, he doesn't want anything. He's just a nice guy. He gave me some tea. Could you put this post up about SC Home Improvement on your Facebook? It's just a favour for friends. Michael Haskell, I didn't like blue cheese when I was younger, but after a wine and cheese pairing event a few years ago, I found that my taste buds had changed. Another sign grown on. Yeah, these things do change.
I like a bit of blue cheese on a burger.
Really?
Mm,
I wouldn't
nice.
go for that at all.
Nice strong blue cheese on a burger is quite nice. On a bit of steak. A bit of steak.
Pat Block then is realising that not buying AMA is impossible. Larry says, I need him to come out 4 AM a week because I really can't be bothered to paint a different AMA. Yeah, we haven't talked about this, so this is the sort of thing that might lead to me and Steve getting divorced. But I reckon if AMA isn't out, we might skip AM a week. Do you think?
Yeah.
Given that he's so
It would be silly to have AM a week when it's imminent.
Yeah.
Really.
It would be a very odd thing to kind of force everyone to paint an old AMA if the new AMA is coming out like a week later.
Yeah.
I reckon. Hopefully,
we've also got to bear in mind the way my schedule is at the minute. Anyway, we may skip a week, so that might put us in good stead.
Yeah.
You know, it might be a blessing in disguise.
But it might be the opposite.
Mm.
Imagine if he goes up for pre-order on 25th, and then you're like, "Oh, I don't think I can do it." I think you can. I think you can, Steve.
I'll have to put a post up saying, "Nobody build AMA. Nobody build AMA, please."
It might allow our international friends to get hold of it.
Yeah.
Do you want to take over?
Yes. Where were we up to?
I mean, great guns in the chat tonight.
Yeah, it's busy.
It's mad. We
Was it
are
Larry?
up to Paplock, Larry, and then Ham Dizzle.
Ham Dizzle's asking if it's plastic or resin. It's plastic. Tim says, you can't beat a nice sharp cheddar cheese for a burger. If I'm going cheese and crackers, I like a Gouda and water cracker. I do like a water cracker with a bit of cheese. I won't lie. Josh says, I'm a simple man. A chunk of cheddar cut from the block and Jacob's cream crackers. Bonus points if I've got a pink lady apple to slice with it. Cream crackers. You know what? Call me crazy. I love a cream cracker just with a load of butter on it.
Yeah. No, I mean, yeah.
When I was
a Jacob's cracker.
Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to put a thick layer of butter on, put another cracker on top, and then squeeze it so the butter squeezed out the little holes in the cracker.
Yeah. It's also good with like a Dairy or a Laughing Cow triangle.
Oh yeah.
But no, butter on cracker, definitely. Same with those Hovis biscuits. Actually, you can put butter on.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Josh also says, my grandmother found these fantastic cracked black pepper crackers.
I'm not even looking.
That I absolutely can't get enough of, but I have no idea where she got them. I'm sure I've had similar. They might not be the same ones, but I'm sure I've had those. Brandon Cooper says, now I'm late, but good evening, guys. Welcome, Brandon. Jill says
ice cream tonight, Brandon.
Ice cream, yeah. Jill says Cadbury can't invade. They got brought over by Americans a few years ago, and we have become the weapon of the enemy. Is that true?
I know what though. They're not owned by Nestle.
Mm-hmm.
As that crazy person tried to tell me.
Josh says to Ham Dizzle, yeah, I like them. I'd rather a Granny Smith just to chomp on though. Pink ladies are my specific choice for cheese though. Although they're a strong second choice for chomping. Ham Dizzle says pad smoke, don't breathe it. Pad smoke.
That's the blending.
Right.
That must be a quote maybe. Pad smoke, don't breathe it.
Don't go near the green. What was that say? My eyes are going. Don't go near the green apples, red all the way. Oh, he likes red apples.
I like a red apple with cheese, but if I was eating an apple, I'd like a Granny Smith.
Mm. Larry says you accidentally talked about SBG.
Sorry.
We slipped up. Hamdizzle says, God forbid they actually do anything like paint or make models.
I was painting until Steve made me read the comments.
Listen.
I'm quite pleased with what I got done so far.
Listen, this is what we're here for. Let me show you how confident I am that I'm not going to paint tonight. So I got everything set up. Put the lid back on my wet palette.
Good.
Yeah.
I normally understand this when you're drinking.
Yeah. I've now realised.
Bear in mind, the point of the stream, as I understand it, is to help people paint.
Yes.
It's to give you company while you paint. It's not. I don't think we ever say it's to talk about the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, true that.
And we will do it. There are 2 topics. Don't worry.
Mm-hmm.
But normally the thing is we can catch up on the chat. But you're all chatting away, which is wonderful.
Yeah,
it's great.
Sort of like.
It's you know, we talk about cheese and ice cream not very long. It's all you guys talking about cheese and ice cream that fills up the stream. Yeah. Don't blame us.
We just touched on it. Was it? Paplot says, no, the Polish word lud covers both ice cream and that word. Yes, I've tried to censor it with the paint job rhyme, but missed the mark, yeah.
Right, got it.
Yeah, there you go. Josh Bryant, the impossible question stroke testing was in reference to Elrond's stipulation to Aragorn to reclaim his crown before Baron Arwen and Baron's quest for Silmaril. Larry says it's a 2-week pre-order. Yes. Aaron says it's next week, Stephen. 25th of July. 40K comes out. Yeah. This is the thing. My weeks and days, they're all sort of jumbled into one. It's crazy.
He doesn't know what's going on.
I don't know what's going on. Larry says even though they sold out in like 10 minutes.
I'll make you one now.
I loved it when they announced that. And you've just seen all the prices on eBay start getting slashed. And people panicking. That's what you get.
That's what you get when you break your heart.
10 minutes, that's it. He says, I wouldn't count on that. I can't remember which letters are doubled. Help me out, Damien.
Who's that?
Larry.
I can't remember.
I wouldn't count on that. I can remember which letters are doubled. Then he says spelling tomorrow, and he has tomorrow spelled one with double R and one with double M. Or writing even.
No idea.
No. I'm easily lost, Larry, so yeah. Andrew Pennington, with all the beer, wine, chocolate that you two eat, then the weekly food chatter, you're going to have to rename the stream Fit to Fat in 50 streams.
50?
3.
Optimistic.
3, mate. 3. Frederick says, blue cheese goes well with cantaloupe. Oh, I'm getting loads of notifications for some reason popping up on my screen. What's this?
With a thread.
Bye-bye. Hamdizzle, wait, there are nice posters. I only know one and he's miserable. Cough, Liddle, cough. Mr. Liddle's not miserable.
Oh.
He's a good lad. Frederick says, also there's tons of nice fruity stuff in general that goes well with strong cheese like pear, quince, fig, mustard sauce with cheese.
Oh, mustard sauce. All like that.
Hamdizzle. My biggest dilemma with a new AIMA is the amount of options. Do I buy magnets and magnetise everything? Too many choices. No, you buy 3 models.
I think it's quite easy for me. I'm going on horse helmet because he always has the helmet on horse. That's an easy choice. And I'm going throwing spear because it looks so different to the other pose.
Yeah.
For me. And the foot one will probably be the sword and shield with the helmet off.
Yeah. I'm going to initially go for magnetise everything.
Classic Crow.
But then dependent on how fiddly it is to magnetise, I may just buy multiple. But the problem with buying multiple is you've got to paint multiple. So I'm hoping that magnetising will be enough. Larry says, I kind of want to get a second to do one wearing his helmet while holding his second helmet.
I'm pretty sure you've said that about Theoden, haven't you, in the past?
You'll almost certainly call me crazy, but I eat ice cream crackers plain. What?
Who's that?
Thinking of you eating plain wafers is making my mouth dry.
Who's that?
Larry.
Oh, of course it is.
Hamdizzle says, good memories of Gran feeding me too many Dairy Lee and crackers. Love Dairy Lee. Still love Dairy. I love Dairy Lee on toast.
I'm a laughing cow guy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but I mean they're pretty similar. Fun fact,
Go on.
as always, playing fast and loose with the term fun. Our local Sainsbury's, if you want to buy Dairy Lee,
Yep.
they do not stock Dairy Lee Light or Dairy Lee Extra Light. They only stock Dairy Lee, right?
Right.
Laughing Cow,
Yeah.
they don't stock Laughing Cow. They only stock Laughing Cow Light and Laughing Cow Extra Light.
That's odd.
What on earth is that about?
That's odd. That's odd.
Really weird.
That
And,
sounds
they used to.
sounds like some kind of weird cult.
Yeah, it's like we've only got room for one triangular cow-based cheese sold in a circular packet. We want all three varieties, but we can only do one of each.
Mm.
Don't know.
Odd.
Don't know, mate.
Oddness.
Yeah,
Oddness.
really weird.
Chris says, as requested, Steve, you are crazy. You will not remember why I have to call you. No.
I think because a while ago you said "call me crazy" about something.
Did I say that? That's
Well,
not something I'd say, is it? Call me crazy.
Call me crazy.
That's something
but
you'd say. Call me crazy, but I don't think I'd say that.
Pretty sure you said it.
I might have said it. I can't remember. Call me
Sorry,
crazy,
yes,
but I
sir.
can't remember. Josh says, my granddad does the same thing with digestive biscuits. Two sandwiched together with a layer of butter in the middle. It's
Yeah,
horrible.
It's good.
No, I'd go for that.
It's not horrible. It's good.
I'd go for that. I'd go for that.
Yeah, digestive biscuits work because they're essentially like a Hovis biscuit, aren't they?
Yeah,
They're not a million miles away. Digestive biscuits with butter, definitely.
yeah, definitely. I'd agree with that. Your granddad knows his onions. Brandon Cooper. Well, if it's ice cream tonight, I have a suggestion for you guys to try. Ben and Jerry's cookie dough bites. Can't get them anyway. I've had my kids have had them. What's your favourite Ben and Jerry's ice cream, Damien?
Honestly, I'm not particularly up on them.
Mm,
I don't really. We don't really have a lot of Ben and Jerry's here.
no.
I do like cookie dough.
Cookie
I
dough?
used to cookie dough.
Bit of cookie. Yeah, mate. Have you got any of that cookie dough ice cream?
I used to like fish food. I'm going back I'm going back 20 years.
Yeah,
ago
they still
to
do
sort of
fish food.
Buying Ben and Jerry's at a Blockbuster when you were renting.
Yeah.
That's when I was that was when I was eating Ben.
Yeah,
and Jerry's.
I'm kind of like you. I was never into Ben and Jerry's. If we got like a fancy ice cream, it was Haagen-Dazs. But through lockdown, because things were scarce and some things were going out of stock in supermarkets and not coming back for a few weeks, we started to get Ben and Jerry's, and I found that I absolutely adore the baked Alaska flavour.
Okay.
It's got white chocolate polar bears in it and marshmallow in the ice cream, and it is something special. What's your favourite Haagen-Dazs?
I don't know. We don't get a lot of that sort of ice
What
cream.
is wrong with you?
I don't want to sound a bit too. So how would you describe this? I don't know, vanilla, but I do like vanilla Haagen-Dazs.
See, I love vanilla ice cream. It's my favourite ice cream, but strawberry cheesecake Haagen-Dazs is pucker with them little biscuity bits in. And then they did. I don't know I think it was a toffee cheesecake flavour for a bit, and then I can't find it anywhere, and that was even nicer.
My dad eats a lot of Haagen-Dazs.
I used to really like
guys.
Bailey's flavour, but now I hate it.
Bailey's Haagen-Dazs is good.
But I hate it.
Don't forget, guys, this is a painting stream. There's a thread on the GBHL. Hopefully, you guys are painting along a Two Tails model with us or with me, and get your pictures on there, because we will, if we ever catch up on the chat, we'll jump over there. We also have two exciting discussion topics.
Yes. Well, what I'm going to do, because it is 10:20.
Well, all right.
It's running away. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to fly through the chat now, rapid, and then we'll jump on the Facebook thread.
Steve, I don't want to doubt your ability to do this, but I've streamed with you a long time, and I've watched a lot of your TTG streams. And when you say I'm going to fly through the chat, all that means is I'm going to read the chat, and it happens at the same See, so
Yeah, well,
I'm happy
listen,
for you to do it.
Listen, I'm going to fly through the chat. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm going to fly through it now.
Yeah, okay.
And then
I'm
go on a
looking forward
Facebook
to it.
group, and then we'll deal with topic number 1. Because we also have to look at the
So-
magazine, remember?
Oh, that's one of the 3 topics. No, 2. What did I say? 2?
You said 2.
Oh, the Facebook's the third one.
Okay.
But yeah, the magazine's
Right,
one.
let's smash
topic.
through this now, quick. Where was I? Jill says, yeah, Kraft bought Cadbury a few years ago. They own Oreo, which is why you now get dairy milk with Oreo. Hamdizzle, it's helping people paint models by you providing mundane background chat about dairy-based products to motivate us mere mortals to paint.
There you go.
Mundane?
I think that... Is that a compliment?
I can't work out if it's a compliment or a dig.
Oh, I think it's a compliment.
I'll take it anyway. Tim and I says you can definitely find Cadbury's around, but it's usually more prevalent around Easter for the caramel eggs. Larry says Damien said he was confident I was able to write tomorrow. Haha. Yes, I get it now.
I was able to write tomorrow.
Because you said when he said for the 40k release, and you said, "Oh, I know he'd be able to," so he wrote tomorrow in multiple different ways. Because you said, "I'm sure he'd be able to write tomorrow."
Oh, gosh, yes. Yes.
Hey,
Oh, Larry.
dear. Josh says, my mother's an English teacher. I can't help it. Hamdizzle says, isn't Larry just trying to spell Tom's full name? Tom Morrow. Boom. There's one choice for Ama, helmet with spear. Larry Miller says, I don't like cheese. Larry.
What are you doing, love?
It's a shocker. Aaron says, so this past week I had my first ever game as an evil player using Saruman and my Urukai scouts. In Storin's company I proxied the use of Crabane but forgot they moved 12 inch, so was doing their 4 inch. Was doing their 4 inch movement instead. It definitely would have turned out result had I remembered they moved 12.
Did you say, as you were doing it, did you say they're moving slow and against the wind?
Was your opponent looking at you like,
you're going to want them to move 12 inches.
Why is he not moving them the full 12?
He's onto something, yeah? He knows something I
don't. Yes, he's waiting for this trick. Haha. Hamdizzle says, Crabane just walking like shiffles here and there. Fish food, as it sounds better pronounced, pish food in a Scottish accent. Pish. Is Cookie... Paplot says, is Cookie Doo Scooby-Doo's distant cousin or something? Cookie Dough. Larry says, I was just about to paint the pupil on Saruman's Eye of the Palantir when you started saying Cookie Doo. Did we say Cookie Doo?
Yeah, I said it.
I don't know.
And then you commented on it. You're not even drinking.
No, did we say Cookie Doo or Cookie Dough?
I said Cookie Doo by accident. And
Oh,
you went, why Cookie Doo?
Oh, did I? Oh, shit. I'm glad you were a fraction of a second later, he says anyway. Hamdizzle says, Haagen-Dazs used to be salted caramel till it ruined... I ruined it by eating a 500ml tub a week while being delivery driver for the hut. The problem with them is they give you them tubs, right? I'm sure them tubs say something like there's 6 servings in this tub, and I look at that tub and I think there's not 6 servings in there.
There's not. There's one.
Yeah, there's one. And there's one small serving in there.
You're joking, mate. You're joking.
It's like you can't. I don't know why they give it a lid that is able to go back on, because you are never ever going to put that lid back on.
Is that? Did you say the Hut? Is that? Are we talking about Pizza Hut? Is that...
Yeah. Larry says, hoping to start on a 2 Towers model in a moment. Been working on 3 Fellowship of the Rings models and 1 Attack of the Clones model. Frederick says, don't want to sound too vanilla, but I like vanilla. Damien O'Byrne, 2020.
You're welcome.
Oh yeah. Larry says, in my defence, it is pretty much gone off milk. Cheese.
Oh, we're catching up. That's like cheese.
Aaron says, "Oh, it's
Go on,
jumping.
Steve. You're smashing.
I'm getting
through
there.
the
I'm getting
comments.
there. We both forgot about the fly rule, but I was like, 4-inch movies rubbish. Why would anyone use these, especially 18 of them?"
Yeah, well,
He's
I
there
want you
playing,
to
scratching
see
his head, thinking, "Why has he spent all this money on these things?"
There's a battle report at some point. It's been submitted for about a month, coming up to Warhammer Community. If you watch that thinking that they only move 4 inches, it's not going to make a lot of sense. It just won't work. Won't work.
Larry says, "I have a problem with playing Foot Dwarves or Thorin's Company or Champions of Erebor too much. I tend to assume all heroic marches are 8 inches instead of 9. Hamdizzle, 1 serving to rule them all." Josh Crosby, "I was trying to come up with new ideas for Bree villagers for the Scarring scenario. After the last stream, I had an idea and converted a butcher, a baker, and a candlestick maker." We'll post on the thread. 100% post that on the thread.
Yeah.
100%. Get that posted.
I'll send that back to our WhatsApp group as well. Like my mates, not only did they get involved, but someone has created models inspired by your row.
And we are caught up on the chat, my friend. So
Stephen Crow, I take it all back. You have raced.
If I say I'm going to do it, I do it.
Or people stopped writing comments. But definitely, it's one of the two. But
I'm going to jump in the Facebook.
Are you heading over to Facebook?
Yeah. Are you going to take? Are you going? What is it? What's that saying? Kick ass and take names.
Kicking ass and take a name.
You gonna kick ass and take names?
I can do.
Yeah, you kick ass, take names.
I'm mid Grishnak's quote, but I can pause. I'll pause. I'll do it for the people.
Yeah, let's do it. Right, so
people.
Here we are in the Reddit.
Facebook.
41 comments.
Very rancid. 41 comments. They're loving life.
Jeez.
I hope they're all about ice cream.
Oh, my mics fell off again.
I take it, by the way, the fact that we're still going, Shayo Burn Wi-Fi is working.
Oh, no.
What?
Just spilled my drink.
That wouldn't have happened with beer.
No. All the beers I've had on stream and not once have I spilt.
So I'll repeat my question you ignored? Or?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, just given the fact that we're still going, it looks like Shayo Burn Wi-Fi is still working. Back in the house, back in his house. Which is probably good, because I was worried that if I have to kind of emergency Ethernet again, Emma's going to come in pissed and trip over it and smash my laptop into my phone.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good. That would not be good.
Yeah.
This is grim. This is not a good move, guys.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be going through the Facebook thread.
I've got to clean this up. Right. I've got to clean this up, man. It's Pepsi in it. It's going to get sticky.
You get so sticky. Should we do the mag? Would that be helpful?
Yeah, do the mag first.
All right. So here we go, guys. Sorry for everyone out there, but we're going to talk about the Middle Earth Code, the Battle Game for. So this week's issue is a special. We have the Two Towers special. It's up there. Sorry, the Two Towers edition, which kind of comes out of nowhere. I think we're in between issue 15 and 16, I believe. Or we're in between 16 and 17. What number? Yeah, we're in 2 of those. And they suddenly do this Two Towers special. So bear in mind, at this stage, as you can see, we're still in the Two Towers era. So this must be. It came out in February 2003. Which is just after the Two Towers came out. It was fortnightly, and we're on about episode 16, so that's about 8 months. So this is coming out around, I don't know, October, November. So just a couple of months before Return of the King, and they suddenly do a Two Towers special, which is, I don't know, a bit odd, perhaps potentially.
A little bit.
But what you got in this, you got the metal Gandalf the White on Shadowfax, the original, which I believe is also it's the first metal mounted model they gave away. I think so far the only metal models we've had are Riders of Rohan. So it's the first metal mounted model. So it's a cool model. We talked about it last week. I don't like it particularly. I think it's a bit gangly. The horse in particular looks a bit wretched, but I think Steve quite liked it. I think you're
alright.
Yeah,
I didn't dislike it.
Steve likes it. He came out, so it's a cool model. And what you get inside here is you get one page about Gandalf the White, and he's all like, "Yeah, I'm Gandalf the White now, yeah." And then you get a huge battle report, which is the Battle of Helm's Deep. And like, check out all these heroes, and we get the rules for Gandalf the White, which is this fantastic version that some of you who played the Two Towers or the Return of the King version will remember, where his rules were like they were embellished names. So we get Ultimate Sorcerer's Blast, effortlessly immobilized, instantly command, and it basically meant that it was the same spell, but they were easier to cast, essentially. And in this version, Gandalf the White, he also has Terrifying Aura and cast Blinding Light. He has Will of Iron, which can restore a target's will to its maximum amount.
Nice.
And that's kind of it. I don't think he has any other special rules. He's got a sword, staff of power, right, Shadowfax. So he hasn't got his wing for his fate points. Yeah. So it's just basically he's Gandalf. Obviously he's on a horse this time, but his spells are more powerful. And then you get this scenario where, I'll try and run through the forces, which are loads. So it's Aragorn, Theoden. I love this. It says it is like stepping up this, because it says you'll need the Gandalf White miniature supplied with this pack. In addition, you'll need miniatures of Aragorn, Theoden, Aemma, Gamling, and Legolas, all on horseback, along with 16 riders of Rohan and 6 mounted Rohan Royal Guard. To which your episode 16 player goes, well, I've got 6 riders of Rohan. And so it's quite the jump up in terms of stuff you need. And the evil player then needs 30 Uruk-hai, 6 Uruk-hai crossbows, 6 berserkers, and 2 captains. And then it optimistically says, many of these models have been included with earlier packs of Battle Games in Middle-earth, and the rest can be ordered direct from the Games Workshop website. So this, to be fair, they're doing this massive battle report, and it is a huge jump up, and it feels like an issue that is really allowing you to hint at the hobby beyond.
Yeah.
So we get this beautiful Helm's Deep board. They said, there isn't going to be a modelling tutorial for this. Alternative approaches, I don't know, build Helm's Deep, I guess. But you can see you get the mounted good models that are all deployed on the causeway, all the Uruk-hai are out here, and then Gandalf turns up. And there's a really cool or crazy dynamic in the rules, right? And that is, the good player can choose whenever you must have played a Helm's Deep scenario at one point. There's been tons of them over the years. But in this one, the good player can choose when his reinforcements arrive. He just picks a turn. He doesn't have to roll for them. Doesn't have to wait for a certain turn. But if he chooses turn 1, you get Gandalf. Full stop.
Yeah.
If you choose turn 2, you get Gandalf and Aemma. If you choose turn 3, you get Gandalf, Aemma, and 4 riders. Turn 4, Gandalf, Aemma, and 8 riders. Turn 5, Gandalf, Aemma, and 12 riders. And turn 6, Gandalf, Aemma, and 16 riders. And then basically you can see that this is it's a 2x4 board, and the riders are going to come in here.
Yeah.
Big fight going on. So you've basically got to decide how you've got some pretty meaty heroes here, but how long are they going to hold up against all these guys? And then your cavalry models have got to kind of ride over to save them, and you've got to kind of just make this one-off judgment call. Do I just want Gandalf on? Do I just want Gandalf on Aemma, or do I want some riders? So it's kind of weird, because it's saying, you need 16 riders Rohan, but you only need 16 riders Rohan if you wait till turn 6. It's a really interesting kind of dynamic, I think. It's a bit different. And then the rest of it is a battle report. The whole issue is a hugely in-depth battle report, and I won't kind of spoil it, but so we're on, is that 4 pages already? Yeah, so 4 pages, and then so we're on 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 pages. So it's a big battle report, and it's really in depth, and it takes you through everything, and there's really nice pictures. It's all, and they're not stock photos. It's obviously been played out, and there's lovely. That's quite a good diagram. That probably there's no text on there that's particularly kind of spoilery, but you can see that you get all the arrows of everyone moving in various positions. And it was cool. I read it, and I hadn't read it before, and it was a really good read. It was a big chunky read. You know, it took whatever, half an hour or something to get through. It was just really interesting.
Yeah.
It was certainly, you know, it's obviously the most in-depth article they've done. And then the only other thing that's in it is a painting guide for Gandalf the White. Yeah, a kind of 4-page article. So it's a completely different issue. It's basically just one massive battle report and Gandalf the White, which is really, really cool. And the other thing I noticed for the first time in the painting guide, this one says, it's quite similar to the kind of participants in the battle report. This says, to paint Gandalf and Shadowfax, you will need the following paints: Skull White, Chaos Black, Fortress Grey, Graveyard Earth, Commando Khaki, Dwarf Flesh, Scorched Brown, Mithril Silver, and Goblin Green. It's saying buy these paints. Every painting guide up to this point has just said you'll need brown, red, yellow paint and mix them. And so I did wonder, maybe someone, because I didn't get this at the time. I wonder if someone can help me out. I wonder, was this on sale in other places? Do you know what I mean? I wonder if, I know it was in newsagents to begin with, but I wonder if, like, by this point it had stopped being on physical scale and was subscription only. But like this version was like, you know, they pushed this further so that people might just buy this if they weren't collecting it.
Yeah.
And you know, it was like a year into the process, and they were trying to go, right, you know, you might not have read the other ones because there's no number on it. If you look on the back, there's no reference to other issues.
Yeah.
It's a complete standalone. So I wonder, or maybe this was sold in like some territories or something where the magazine wasn't on sale.
Yeah.
So it was almost like a complete standalone hobby project. Maybe it was sold in Games Workshop shops. You know, maybe that's the answer.
It is more of a promo piece, isn't it? Like,
but it's really good. And this is, I mean, it sounds a bit unfair to judge all the others based on this because it is so different, but it's hands down the best issue we've had yet.
Yeah.
It's just a massive Lord of the Rings battle report. It's really, really good. Really, really interesting. Gandalf's not bad. They get in there, but they're really, you know, white's hard to paint, right? And I think they are still, this isn't like an heavy metal paint job. It's still aimed at the sort of level that we are from, you know, the previous 16 issues. But it was cool. So yeah, it's great. It's really good fun, and that's what's in it. So if you haven't got the series, if you haven't got the magazines, I'd heartily recommend picking that one up.
Yeah,
it's just a fun battle report. It is still, you can see just from the amount of text, it's very light.
Yeah.
It's not like your battle reports of old. You know,
it's like bullet points.
Pages. Yeah. There's not, you know, it's a relatively quick read. It's still good. It's cool, and it's a, you know, as I said, it's a battle report I hadn't read before. I very much enjoyed it.
Yeah.
No modelling workshop for you this week, Steve.
No.
So it just kind of like, you know, inadvertently says, like, you know, build that.
Yeah. What you need to do is build Helm's Deep to play this.
I think there is a throwaway line in here that says, you will notice that we used a fully modelled board for this battle report, which was made to represent the areas surrounding Helm's Deep. Full stop. It doesn't have the caveat, you know, like that says, don't worry, you don't have to do that. It's like a cheeky humble brag from them.
So yeah, we just
used a board that had Helm's Deep on it.
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life?
Enjoy your green
Sort
cover
it
over
out.
books. Yeah.
The causeway can be represented either by a model bridge, like the one from Pack 15's Modelling Workshop, or simply by pieces of masking tape stuck to the board in a rectangular shape.
Jeez. It's not that bad. Times are not that hard, my friend. Oh.
Yeah, it's good fun. It's wicked. I like it. I like it a lot. And Gandalf the White.
It is a good issue.
Before Time the King came out. Yeah, it's a very good issue. There we go. There's our magazine. Let us know.
If you want.
Any of your thoughts about it?
We can flick into Facebook now if you want.
Let's do it. We're here.
I've cleaned up my mess. Pepsi everywhere.
Pepsi.
So yeah, we'll jump in. Let's do it.
Yeah, I'm going to head over to Facebook so I can do it around the same time as you.
Can do it live. Okay, so straight off the bat, I seen this before the stream, and it's Paplock's amazing freehand on Aragorn.
Really,
that is spectacular,
beautiful.
my friend. Love that.
Yeah, so I was watching that last week.
Yeah.
Sadly, not a Two Towers model.
No, 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 no.
Oh.
Nick is posting pictures of some fake Cadbury's chocolate.
And he's still working on his Happy Zippies.
Yeah.
I see. That's Cadbury's Royal Dark.
Royal Dark.
We don't have Royal Dark.
No, we don't
over
have
here,
a
do we?
Royal Dark. No.
It's cool.
Leon Curry's.
Yeah, Curry's in.
Yeah, Gollum at the eating the fish.
Beautiful model. To this day, the only Gollum I have painted.
It's cool. It is a cool model. Frederick has water, cola, mango milkshake, and noppers. I'll be working on Saruman.
Is that a Saruman we can allow? What we got? Yeah, he's playing this new one.
Yeah.
I love Frederick's pictures every week. Well,
I just love the fact that he has 3 different beverages.
Yeah, well, it's what I do, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm out as well. I need to go and get a drink. I've got no wife to.
No table service. Paul Merritt is in. He is painting the One Man Oath Breaker.
Oh, what's Paul Merritt's in?
Yeah.
Say hi, Paul. What are you doing?
Yeah, say hello to the chat, Paul.
Say hi.
Joe Holzman, definitely in with Rohan. 100%. Eric Schultz is showing us his 2 towers plus a third. 3 towers.
I'm 1 behind you. Joe Holzman, there we go.
You got it?
Eric Schultz. The 2 A's he does plus a third. That's very good.
Jens Elmos is in. He's got it's Dwelling, isn't it? Theoden and Dwelling. I seen this today. Was it today I seen this conversion? It's very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Joe's Warg Attack Theoden on foot.
Yeah, it's very cool.
That's awesome.
I like it. A lot of green stuff work there, man. It's very good. Very good.
Very few of those I've seen. Didn't it? Who was it was saying it? Was it you that was saying that no model in the range has got the right feet for him?
Yeah, pretty
much. The right bottom half. Someone said there's not a single model that has the right lower half for Warg Attack Theoden.
Yep.
Or something like that.
Nothing that will work like, it's movie accurate.
Yeah.
So yeah, Joe's in. He's also painting Theodred.
Yeah.
He said haven't quite finished the sculpting on Theodred. Oh right, yeah. Josh Bryant's in. Warg Attack Theoden. And he's he's drinking fridge milkshake. I've not had a fridge milkshake for a long time.
I'm one of those people that for the longest time thought that was called Friggy.
I didn't know that those people existed.
Yeah. It's one of those posts you sometimes see on Facebook, the I was today years old. Because the second J looks like an I. Or someone just tells you it and it's like Friggy and they go, no, it's called fridge, mate, because it's in the fridge. Oh yeah.
Jeez. Yeah, so he's in. He's also got.
Fridge gets a like from me.
That's looking good, man. Eric Schultz.
Great model.
Eric Schultz. Two Sharkies.
There's 2 Sharkies and a Mirror Gradual. You're not in.
Not in.
You've dived. We'd even allow the book. You've dived Fellowship and Return of the King. But you've dodged the 2 towers.
Nick Gardner. He's definitely
not a work in progress.
Yeah.
No, he's not. He's saying it's not a work in progress.
Oh, it's not a whip. It's not a whip. Oh,
that is beautiful, though. That is beautiful.
Yeah, it's cool.
Nick, surely of all people, this week you can grab a Galathrim.
Yeah, just stick some paint on a Galathrim. You'll be all right. Josh Crosby, Faramir's Rangers, with an Aero Mint Reese's bar, and sour Skittles, and a root beer with a backup ginger beer.
Love the snacks. I love the composition in your photo as well, though, Josh. Great
very
stuff.
Cool, very cool, very cool. Fredericks screenshotted your face enjoying ice cream. Yeah.
I'm glad to hear it.
I'm just, and he's commented on just watching me sitting there watching you enjoy ice cream without alcohol.
What a time to be alive. I've just upgraded my like to a love.
So Aaron has said, my whip, my Urukai Scouts need to clean up sprue and flash. Need to clean up the sprue and flash on them and get them ready for painting. But there's no.
Where's the picture?
There's no picture, Aaron. You
Where's
forgot
the
to post the picture. Get it on quick. To midnight.
I'm gonna put Aaron on.
Yeah. Put him on.
I don't think he's a liar.
No.
But we need to see the picture.
Yeah. Tim McKnight's in.
Oh, Tim McKnight, what a model.
Yeah.
That is a gorgeous model. I'm putting you on. Hopefully you'll win a priority token. Stick it through your door.
And then he's put a picture of the ice cream sandwiches, which is now really making me want ice cream with cookies either side of it.
That does look that looks incredible.
It does look nice.
That does look absolutely
You can't. There's
amazing.
no argument to be had there, is there? There's no
I
argument.
like that Crispin said, "Are you in the USA?" as if he's very keen to get hold of one of those.
It's working out his journey. so you say those are in the USA? Oh, right, okay.
That does look really, really, and Americans make damn fine cookies.
Yeah, I'd have a bit of that. Crispin.
That is such a good model. I painted him a couple of months ago. That Harmer is just amazing.
It is cool.
He says as well, this version of Harmer is so much better than the other. You're quite right.
Yeah. Crispin's painting Moranons.
Crispin's another one. He hasn't popped up in the chat, has he?
I've not seen him in the chat.
Say hi, Crispin.
Yeah, not seen him in the chat.
Moranon Orcs. What do we think? Moranon Orcs?
Moranon Orcs.
I don't think we see them, you know. They attack early in Return of the King. I don't think you're obviously in Osgiliath at the end, but you never see what they're fighting. I think that's a no, isn't it?
Hang on. Moranon Orcs, are they in the Two Towers?
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't think they are.
I'm just having a conversation with myself.
You get to Osgiliath where they're clearly fighting against the orcs, but I don't think you ever see an orc that they're fighting. And even if it was, it would be those ragtag Mordor ones, probably, wouldn't it?
Yeah. Correct us if we're wrong, but we don't think they're Two Towers. Michael Haskell, he's painting up converted mounted Citadel Guard.
No Citadel Guard, I'm afraid.
They look cool though, mate. Look very cool.
Oh yeah, very cool. I've just seen the pictures. They're awesome.
Aaron's posted a picture of his fish and chips dinner. And
nice.
He has cleared up the side that you have your knife and fork. So this
gherkin.
This
gherkin with fish and chips.
Gherkins. This picture would equally be at home in last week's whip thread.
Yeah. That would be how I would have my knife and fork.
Yeah, exactly. Frederick's
like
opening a can of Frederick's
great.
opening a can of worms. Interesting. Are you right-handed?
I am indeed.
Strange.
Strange. And then he says, not really. Plenty of right-handed people out there.
You're right-handed? What kind of madness is this?
Again, I'm so glad we're admins on this page, because otherwise someone's going to go, why? What is happening here? That's getting 4 laughing emoticons from me, that little chat. That is beautiful. Strange can have a love, actually, because I think that's hilarious.
So Paul Merritt, he's already in. Yeah, we got him in at the beginning. He's going to call his Ultimaker done. Looks very, very cool. Tristan Hemsley is in with an Outrider.
Well. This is a judgment call.
I'd say yes, it's fine.
There's no such thing as an Outrider.
I know. It's Rohan.
What do you reckon?
Rohan, yeah.
Yeah, we'll allow. I think that's the right call, Steve.
He's doing some Urukai crossbowmen as well, so it would have been all right even if we said no.
He's like going, oh, these guys are assholes. They might not like me.
Dan Nelson is doing Easterlings. They make a brief appearance in the Two Towers. Yes, they do.
Yeah, he's telling us he's worried.
He's making sure they do make an appearance.
They do. They're there.
They do. Josh Crosby, not the best quality photo as I finished them today for the stream, but here is the Butcher.
Oh, this is the Butcher, the bacon, the candlestick maker.
Look cool, man.
That is awesome.
Yeah. Is that from the Ruffian?
Yeah, it looks like the Fat Ruffian.
Yeah. And then
but with a different head.
the baker is a Rohan warrior with
Yep.
with the head from that
That's
said.
the head of that ruffian.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the candlestick maker is
It's a warrior of. That's another warrior of Rohan.
with a Lake Town head, is it?
Yeah, it looks. It might be a sculpted head, I suppose. That's a warrior of Rohan archer, I think.
But that is fine work.
These are amazing.
That is
What are you using them at? What did he say? What they are? Are they Rohan warriors?
They were just. I think he said Brief Oak.
Brief.
Yeah.
I'm gonna. That is gonna make my friends so happy. I'm gonna take those photos off the post and stick them on there.
That is their class.
That is absolutely class. Talk like that is tier 1 hobby.
Do you know what you know what the thing about that is as well, Josh? So you are forever. These are in your collection now. And by the way, the paint jobs are great as well. These are in your collection now. These are one-offs. This is your link to a very suspect series of live streams that go out from a pair of idiots.
It's also very much
UK.
it's not even me and you. It's my mate.
Yeah.
It's my mate who doesn't watch the stream and his wife having a row. If they're in, they're sometimes in.
That's crazy.
If they're watching this tonight, just imagine.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
But they are cool, man. I like those a lot.
Yeah, they're great.
Larry Miller, he's in.
Yep.
Loads of minis. Loads of money. And then we've got Aaron's pictures. Yes, he's in. And that's it. We're caught up.
Put him in earlier. Boom.
Caught up. Get rid of that. Boom. Then just put our faces back up.
Good work.
Yeah. Yeah. So how many have we got?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
30. Ooh, unlucky for some.
I thought there would be more given the range.
I thought there'd be more. I thought we'd be in the 20s.
And we're also at quite a high number of like views still. We're at like 37, so there's quite a lot of people in. So that means there's like, what did I say, 13? Yeah, so that means there's like 24 people who are either watching without painting or painting something non-Two Towers related. I suppose we did actually skip over a few people, didn't we? Because they weren't painting Two Towers stuff.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Right, I am going to go and get a drink.
Okay.
All right?
Yep. I am not going to paint.
Obviously. I'll see you in a bit.
No. Yeah. I will jump straight back in the chat. Let's have a look. See what you guys are saying. I'll have to find where we were up to. Let's have a look. Done the Hagen Dazs bit. Yep, done that. I was trying to come up with do ideas for B villagers for the scarring after. Oh yeah, that was Josh, sterling work, my friend. Love those. Chris says I used to work next to a butcher's and a baker's. There was an empty unit. Sadly, it was not taken over by a candlestick maker. And Larry says, "Good, gives me time to get my photo up." Tim's off to retrieve the kids. I'll catch up on the rest later. Have a good weekend, everyone. Take care, Tim. Thanks for joining, mate. Frederick, can't see the magazine, Damien Steve, but yes, that I had a spillage, Frederick. I spilt my glass of Pepsi all over my desk and models that were part baked, which was a nightmare, but I think I've got most of it up. So apologies for that, but I did realise and changed it as soon as I could. Tristan says, I'm enjoying Paplock's painting, to be fair. Yes, Paplock is a very talented painter, and that freehand, my friend, is fantastic. Love it. You guys are just chatting away. Nick Gardner says, okay, okay, folks, I'm out for the night. I'm out for the night to go to my local gaming store. Oh, right, okay. Have fun, pal. Seth says, after Zorp does his Minas Tirith battle, I'd like to see him do a proper Helm's Deep. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how that pans out, actually. But yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool. I remember having a conversation a while back with Luke from Luke's APS, Geek Gaming, all that malarkey, about Helm's Deep, and a true scale.
Happy Friday, everyone.
Happy Friday. And Luke was even going to attempt a Helm's Deep. And he went to the effort of working out how tall the walls would be or something like that. And I think true scale, the walls were something like 13 inches in comparison to a 28mm model.
Is this about Lockheed's Minas Tirith?
Yeah.
Is that what Link is? Yeah.
I'm saying it'd be cool if he did a Helm's Deep one as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Luke still doing that?
Say that again.
Is Luke still doing that project?
I don't think so.
Oh, really?
Don't think so. There was another project. I can probably talk about it now because I honestly can't see it happening. Just schedules, timing, and cost. But me and Luke were going to do a series of videos. There was half of them were going to be on Luke's channel, and half of them were going to be on Top Table. And we were going to build a Lake Town board. You know, like I've got a Lake Town board.
Yeah.
Well, we were going to build a Lake Town board that was probably about 5 inches thick of clear resin, and you could see all the stilts going down through, and there'd be seaweed and there'd be fish in the lake and everything like that.
That would be light. That would be light to move.
Yeah, it would weigh a ton, and the cost alone, we worked out.
The cost of resin.
It would have cost probably about £400 or £500 in resin.
Yeah.
It was crazy costs.
I was filling that off. We've got a like a pool in the back garden. And let's be very careful on this. We don't have a swimming pool, but we've got a blow up inflatable pool. But it's pretty big. It's about 4 foot by 8 foot or something.
Yeah.
Like that. And I filled it up today ready for the weekend, and it takes forever, right? It's like you get water on the bottom, and you go, oh, right, so it's that times 4. It's not. It's that times 4 million. It took about an hour and a half to get anywhere close to the top. Imagine that with pouring resin in and watching that kind of.
Yeah. Well, there was an issue because we were talking about it. There's an issue with because for resin to cure, it heats up, gets hot. So with that much resin as well. There was an issue with it basically just melting whatever we'd built and the things that were in it.
Yeah, of course.
Hot. But
I want to share my recently acquired life hack. Have you got any form of like paddling pool or anything?
Yes.
For the girls?
Yeah.
Like, do you know how to heat it?
Yes.
Bin bags?
Yes.
Yeah, it's amazing, right? Absolutely amazing.
I was literally, when you were telling your story, I was waiting for you to stop and say, you know how to warm that up, right?
Whack bin bags on it. I couldn't believe it. It's one of those things that someone told me about. I go, yeah, that's one of those things. It's just not going to work. You cut a bin bag open. Don't know. Float it on the top. Leave that there for a couple of hours in the sunlight. And then when you're ready to get in, take the bin bags off. Hot water.
Do you know why that works?
Because it's a conductor.
It doesn't reflect the heat.
It absorbs the heat. Keeps it and then it delivers it to the water. I think is what it does with it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, it's great and it's proper hot water.
If you heated your blow up swimming pool like that in the Middle Ages, they'd burn you at the stake.
You whacked out your bin bag.
I mean, first they'd be amazed that the
blow up swimming pool.
Blow up swimming pool with cartoon dolphins on the side of it.
They'll be saying, you know what you should do? You should get your bin bag and be like, I like your bin bag.
What is this? Where was it up to? Oh yes, Paplot says that'd be awesome about the Helm's Deep, but I'd like to see something elvish first. Tristan says he keeps saying it will happen.
Who's that? Luke.
Lucky. Minas Tirith Karas Galadon to Helm's Deep, maybe. Joe says, from what I remember, regular issues had stopped being in Newsagent at that point. But this special was in Newsagents. Maybe it was try to get people back interested or something. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Paplock, just to cleanse the human brickwork palette.
Can I ask you a little question for the chat that will crop up later? Just chuck in there. I don't think you've painted the new Grishnak, have you? You've done Snarga.
Done Snarga, not Grishnak.
Has Grishnak? I'm just trying to work out what this is. He's got these kind of like a loincloth almost of like plate metal, but is it fur that's behind it? Well, I'm just asking the chat. It looks like it's got fur behind it that's poking through. I don't want to chuck brown all over it if not. That looks like it'd be a pig to paint. Yeah, let me know, guys.
If in doubt, paint it brown. You know the rule. We had this conversation with Legolas.
It's like Legolas all over again.
Chris said it was never sold in GW stores in the UK. Magazine.
Huh? I think he was working at one through that time, so he knew.
Paplat says it was sub only after a certain amount of issues. Larry says, but that Helm's Deep is already on a hill. How could they possibly improve it?
Put it on another hill.
A hill on a hill. Here's one we made earlier, says Hamdizzle. You should make one too. Joe says, excuse me, I think after about issue 4 to 8 it stopped being sold in newsagents around where I lived in Nottingham.
That's what normally happens with these partways.
Yeah. I think it's if they get enough subscriptions that sort of fill the quota. I don't know how it works.
They just don't make the numbers. They don't need to print the numbers anymore. They get you in on and then just print, however many they have subscribed.
Yeah. Lonely Brick, I think this was the first issue I picked up as it was still on the shelves when I came back to the UK in the summer holidays. Tristan says, I got it ordered into the news engine before I subscribed. And Larry says, you gave me just enough time to get my post in. Paplot says, the Pepsi spill was God's will just for you, Larry. And he also says,
what was that for?
Because he had enough time to get his picture on, because I spilt Pepsi everywhere.
Oh, what, on the Facebook thing?
Yeah.
Oh.
And Paplock is commenting on Joe's Theoden, saying it's sweet. The green stuff modelling is next level, says Tristan. It is. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Larry Miller says Wargatat Theoden is quite a good bottom half for mounted Wargatat Theoden. Wargatat Theoden?
I think he's being Larry. He's saying the best. It's the same model. Larry.
Chris says, I used the Rohan Archer for the bottom half of Wargatat Theoden on foot. He has a tiny waist. Yeah, I think most of the ones I've seen are like Rohan Warriors, which makes complete sense.
Maybe it was Chris who said it, because he converted him for 7 stones. I wonder if that's what I was thinking of. Maybe it was Chris who said there wasn't a model that fit.
We have had the conversation, and I said that there isn't one that fits it perfectly.
Sorry if it was you, Chris. Steve's claiming it.
Yeah, I'm having it. I'm having that. Sounded like a good conversation. I wish I was there.
That sounds like a smart thing to say.
I wish I was there. Joe says, I ended up using the bottom half of a Rohan banner bearer from the command set and the top half of the Harad. What? Joe says, I ended up using the bottom half of the Rohan banner bearer from the commander set and the top half of the Harad Mummet commander.
Yeah. Why is that confusing? What you
What for? Used it for what?
He's talking about Theoden, isn't he?
The top half of the Mummet commander.
Yeah, you know the plastic Mummet commander that comes with the Mummet, the guy with the bird helmet.
Yeah.
He's saying he used his top half.
Yeah.
And the bottom half of the banner bearer.
So what? To use as Theoden?
Yeah, for that green stuff Theoden, I think he's talking about.
Oh, I was thinking, what?
Well, clearly.
Right, now it makes sense. I didn't
understand that. Do you know what I was thinking? I
thought it was just someone else. I thought it was just someone else saying, yeah, I put this bird head on these legs. and I use it as theoden in my games. I was like, what?
Why would you do that? Do you really? Were you picturing the body missing? So it's just the legs with the bird head on top.
Yeah.
That's theoden, mate.
Sorry, who's that? He's gonna heroic combat. What? The bird
That's
head.
A bird head. That's a bird head on the leg. T.O. Judge, I need an adult.
Tristan says quite a sacrifice. And Joe says the bottom half of the banner was spare actually because I'd put the top half on a horse, so I didn't feel too guilty.
When he says he put the top half on the horse, Steve, I don't want you to picture some form of centaur with a horse body and a little man.
That's exactly what I thought. Larry, here we go. Larry says Morannons, I'm pretty sure are just Return of the King. Yeah, that's what we thought.
Yeah, because the Morannon design is done in a reshoot. The Morannon design was because they cut the film together, and Peter Jackson thought the Mordor orcs, which were kind of like the Last Alliance ones, didn't look in any way threatening compared to the Uruk-hai. So they designed the new Morannon orcs, and then they went and shot them in reshoots and added them into the film.
Yeah. There you go, bit of knowledge.
You're welcome.
Bit of knowledge. Larry also says, I saw that picture of the dinner and I thought it was last week's stream. That was the fish and chips with gherkins. Paplot says, Aaron and Frederick should be a stand-up duo. Those Bree folk are prima sort, Josh. Can you hear noises?
It's alright, I think we're good. Just flailing around in a sleep.
Josh says, we'll send you a link to the Bree Trail when I get some better photos. Cool, yeah, definitely, 100%. Post them on the group.
Yeah, they're amazing. Should make profiles for them.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing, if you brought them to 7 Stones, we'd be like, obviously, here's your profiles.
Yeah. Larry says, struggling to find a good picture of the Orthanc floor right now.
He must be. Is he basing Saruman? I wonder. We actually, me and Steve have looked into this a bit. We've chatted about this. There's if you want to look at, if you've got the Fellowship of the Ring extended edition, the DVD, there's a documentary called Designing and Building Middle Earth, and on that there's a segment about Orthanc, which has got quite a lot of decent shots of the close-ups of it.
Yeah.
That might help you.
I think it was for bases. If you just try and get a high gloss black finish, I think that's all I did. I just put a few layers of varnish on black base. Looks all right. Paplock. Oof, almost midnight. Thanks for the stream, guys. See you next time. Good night, everybody. Good night.
Night, mate.
Take care, pal. Lonely Brick. I can't even remember what the candlestick maker confusion was all about. But those minis are really awesome.
It was the fact that they were my friend and his wife were debating about whether the candlestick maker was a man who made the candlesticks that held the candles, or if he was a man who made candles.
Candlestick maker.
I think he makes the candlesticks.
Yeah. But it depends. Depends what you see as a candlestick.
Oh yeah, I mean.
Because aren't they candelabras?
A candelabra is more complicated, isn't it? A candelabra is the 3, I believe.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Candelabra is 3 of them.
Three with that, don't I? Googling.
Don't waste your time answering this for us to go back over in 20 minutes. I'm just going to Google it.
Candelabra.
Candle holder with multiple arms, back of the net I burn. Of the net.
Max Mellis. No entry for me.
You guys don't get the pressure. You don't understand what this is like for us. If someone of you asks us a question, we just have to have the knowledge live.
we smash it out of the park. if give it the wrong answer to a totally different subject.
Mate. You didn't know what a candelabra was. You ain't having that. You're not taking that one. I'm going to be on to you in about 8 weeks. You're like, yeah. Do you remember when I knew what a candelabra was?
What you're suggesting? I'll remember a conversation in 8 weeks that we had tonight. Max says, no entry for me this week. Painting some dreadnoughts for 40k. Finish them tonight though, so the non-SBG related chat has helped. You are welcome, Max. Joe Hosman says, correctly gone for someone who makes candlesticks, not a chandler too.
Yeah.
Chandler.
Yeah. He's waving a candlestick. He's not waving a candle.
I think he makes the candlesticks, the candle holder.
Yeah.
But I can also see that people would call a candle a candlestick.
Yeah, I can see the confusion.
Do you know what I mean? Like a stick of rock.
Yeah.
That kind
Other sticks are available.
Do you know what I mean? That kind of thing.
I get it.
You with me?
I'm with you, mate.
Yeah, that's so.
Yeah.
Mr. Adam Garnett has joined us. Welcome, Adam. He says joining late.
And happy. Oh no, he had a birthday as well.
He did have a birthday. And did you see the video that his friend got him?
I didn't see the video. No.
Oh, it's cool. It's really funny.
Come on in.
Come on.
Everyone else has had one.
Come on.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Adam. Open brackets, Garnet, close brackets. Happy birthday to you.
Way! Happy birthday, Adam.
Big 3-0, I believe.
Yeah, big 3. He's not in his 20s anymore. He's getting old. He's getting on, the lad. He's getting
so
on.
Old, mate. You are old.
He's
you
getting
are
on.
past it.
He is getting on.
Well old.
Lonely Brick, did you see Luke help the guy downstairs in his unit pour a large amount of resin on his model rail? Was nowhere near as thick as Steve describes, but still seemed like a huge... Yes, I did. They did a very thin layer on an already painted... He'd painted the riverbed and they put like a thin coat over the top, sort of just to add that. But yeah, it was very cool. That did you see that, Damien?
No, I haven't.
It's the biggest model railway in the UK. And
it happens to live underneath Luke.
In the same sort of mill where they are.
Odds?
It's crazy. But yeah, check his video. It's massive. It's huge. It's whatever the scale is. It's in our distance. It's 1.5 miles long. It's massive. It's massive.
You don't mean it's 1.5 miles?
It's not our 1.5 miles. It's 1.5 miles scaled down.
Right, got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really into all that nerdy rubbish, to be honest. So not really appeal.
I'm not, but that was very interesting.
What are you doing? Just building a model railway with your life? Like,
what, you just what?
Sort yourself out.
What is that about? Yeah. Where was we? Josh. Wouldn't one of the Kings of Men work as lower half of the dismount for a walk attack theatre? There's loads of models in the range that would work and you'd get away with, but there's none that are accurate that I found.
You painted Snarger's like upper thigh stuff as metal, right? He's got metal plates on his thighs, isn't he?
You're asking me. The model's not in front of me, our kid.
Just think back to that time you painted him recently.
Come on, mate. It's me talking to it. Me talking.
I think he's got a metal plate going up the front of his thigh.
Yeah.
It's quite a cool design. Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah. Joe says centaurs for #centaurs for Rohan.
Can I interject briefly?
Oh God.
Given that with the other discussion topic.
Yes.
To give people a chance to answer.
Yes.
As we can't catch up on the.
Because it's getting on.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So here's my kind of question for you. I noticed you made your rather lovely thumbnail. It's 2 Towers week.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And you put the 2 towers on the thumbnail.
Yes.
What are the 2 towers?
What do you mean? What are they?
Which 2 towers?
Oh, I can't remember the bloody names of them. But look, as if by magic. There's one of them.
Yeah.
Which one?
Is that the Eye of Sauron we got at the top there?
Yeah.
Is that Barad-dûr?
Barad-dûr.
So we got Barad-dûr. That's on the thumbnail, right?
Yeah. And
what's the other one?
Orthanc.
Orthanc. And in the film, there is a clear line in the 2 towers where Saruman, Captain Exposition, says something like there is a union now between the 2 towers of Orthanc and Barad-dûr. Clear as day, right?
Mm.
Tolkien, no. That's a PJ invention that those are the 2 towers. So what I would like to ask is, and it's not in any way cut and dry, according to the books and according to Tolkien, drop in the comments. What do you think are the two towers that Tolkien's talking about? And you might well say it's Orthanc and Barad-dûr. Fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
But put them in there.
Is there a clear-cut answer, or is it an interpretation?
I think, well, it's about 80%. But it'll be a fun little, when we catch up, it'll be a fun little topic. I thought it's a good one for Two Towers Week.
Very cool, very cool.
Oh, there you go. We don't talk about Middle Earth.
We're all up in that Middle Earth.
All up in its business.
Mr. Haskell says, so how are folks approaching their painting piles? I'm still using...
I do it like this. I do it like this. Right? I go in, and then I get something, and then I'm out. That's for me. Forwards.
I approach it like this,
away,
Michael. This is how I approach it.
And then I get the model, and then I'm always backwards. Like that.
Oh, it's jumped.
I think pictures in the Facebook thread of how people approach their
Your question has sent the chat silly.
What was I feel that we're actually going to move on without answering his question for real. What was the actual question?
What are the two towers that the book refers to?
Right, that was my question.
Yeah, that's what you just asked.
What was Michael Haskell's question?
How are we approaching our painting piles? I'm still using prospective tournaments to do an army list, making painting additional figures needed, plus battle games in Middle Earth for the odd curveball, of course. Yeah, for me, it's more content creation related. So whatever we need for the channel, if I've not got it painted, I'd tackle it. I didn't go to hardly any events last year, probably 2 or 3 of that. So I can't say that upcoming events has been my motivation to paint of late, but normally that's what it would be, to be fair, like yourself. What about you, Damien?
This year, Battlestreams in Middle Earth has genuinely been a big part of it, actually, like, which has been really something I've been so excited about and really cool. Like, I painted a lot of stuff for this. So, like, Snarg and Grishnak, these are like the opposite of what we're doing. I didn't have these models, and I knew that their weeks were coming up, so I bought them for this, which was quite fun. But I don't know. I did a video at the start. I did one of my hobby vlogs at the start of the year where I planned out my whole year. I planned out what I could paint, and then I've kind of started to have. Actually, I filmed a hobby vlog that's due to go up soonish. I just need to kind of get it exported, really, where I unveil the next stage in that and how well I got on with it. But that's what I did. I don't know if I've done this every year, but I kind of have a broad plan for the entire year. It never pans out, obviously, but it allows me to not get too disheartened, because I don't think at the end of the year, I only painted these models. It's more about how it's not about how many of the great unpainted pile I painted. It's about how many of that year's projects I painted. Yeah. That's kind of where I am, I think.
Larry says, was planning to do it with varnish, but was trying to get the lines right too. Just put the odd line through it, and what I didn't do this, but it did cross my mind. I was just, because it's straight lines, it's like where sort of the smooth flag sort of stones, if you like, meet. It's just straight lines. Just get a straight edge and your scalpel and just score straight lines in the base, and then varnish it, and I think it'll look quite cool.
I think it'd actually only be an issue if you were trying to put it on some sort of diorama, something.
Yeah,
bigger.
The bases are so small, and Saruman covers a substantial amount of the base himself, so yeah. Whatever floats your boat, though, Larry. Whatever floats your boat. Josh says, a candelabra holds multiple candles, a candlestick holds just one. Chandlers.
I know.
Chandlers make candles. Alistair Snook, any news from the MESBG? I've been very busy the last couple of months and have given up social media, so out of the GBHL group loop. Nope, we are imminently going to hopefully get some announcements on the new AM model, the new Ranger models that were teased, the new book, Quest of the Ring Bearer, and the new supplement book, stroke, hobby style, Best of White Dwarf article collection.
AMR, my gut feeling is that AMR and the Best of White Dwarf are going to be before the Rangers and the new supplement.
Yeah.
Because the Rangers are obviously to go with the new supplement, and AMR was announced before, granted only a week before, and the Best of White Dwarf was announced months before.
Yeah.
So I think we'll get in the same week. I think we'll get the Best of White Dwarf and AMA. I think they'll have a little Middle Earth release.
I don't think they're far off. I don't think we've got long to wait. Let's put it
I
that
don't
way.
think they're far off. I think Quest for the Ring Bearer might have been shunted much further down.
Yeah.
Potentially. But we don't need them. We don't need them.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Josh says, hard like Chandler Bing from Friends. For Chandler's.
Oh.
Joe Holzman, those people are wrong though, Steve. What was that in reference?
Maybe it's about what they think a candlestick maker is.
Oh right, yeah.
Could be.
Yeah. Adam
no one's answered my Grishnak question, but I'm going with fur. This looks like fur to me.
Yeah, go with fur, paint brown, mate. Adam says, thank you guys, that's very sweet of you. I'll always be younger than you though. So he started out really well, telling us we were sweet. And then he went. There wasn't even a pause. There was a little intake of breath, and then hit us with an insult. It was just rolled off his tongue.
Rude.
Rolled off his tongue.
I don't like that.
Rude.
You've changed since you turned 30.
Yeah, in his 20s he was so nice. Larry says, interestingly, if you do this on schedule in 3 weeks, it'll be my birthday.
Again. All the birthdays are coming out.
If that isn't a hint for wanting a Damien O'Byrne rendition of Marilyn Monroe singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. President," I do not know what is.
No, we shouldn't have started it. Now everyone's like going, "Oh, I've got to get my birthday song."
Yeah. It's be like that thing, though, because none of the celebrities are working through lockdown and they're all doing personalised birthday messages. There'll be personalised happy birthday song by Mr. Damien, GBHL Damien.
I mean, the thing is, we're getting so many sections, just like the Planter now. We're getting too bloated. We need to go to like 10-hour streams, to fit everything in.
Yeah. Tell you.
Emma O'Byrne is in an Uber.
Ooh.
She's on her way back, guys. Let's see what she's like.
She's been on it all day.
She's been on it.
On it, mate. Been on it all day.
It's gonna be a mess. Or absolutely fine.
She's gonna come in and go, hello.
Yes. Give it all that.
Lonely Brick says.
You know what the tricky thing for us genuinely is going to be? When she gets in, there's going to be a discussion. You'll probably see it live on the internet that now she's in. Is she now on duty? Pissed, or am I still on duty?
Yeah,
that's going to be the tricky question.
Yeah,
you know what she did? She had to get some stuff, and they've had this kind of outside picnic. She had to get some stuff for it. She's bought a poppy seed baguette in Tesco's tonight, and a pack of bacon because she was A, worried we didn't have any bacon, and B, she wanted poppy seed to plan her hangover breakfast. And what she did, it wasn't enough to do it tomorrow morning. It's like I need to make sure that everything's in place.
I can't enjoy myself unless I know it's there.
Yeah, exactly. I won't be able to relax if there's an off chance we don't have any bacon.
Lonely Brit says, I'm not sure if it is the largest in the UK, Steve, but I guess YouTube clickbait game needs to be played right. It's definitely a cool model layout in O scale. So larger trains, yeah, it's very cool. It's very cool. I'm not into model trains, but it's very cool. You got to admire the guys' dedication to it.
The guys who smashed up that model train exhibition are some of the most dreadful arseholes I've ever heard of. It's everything I hate in the world. The absolute needless destruction of something.
Yeah,
it's just despicable.
That's
they got
people.
Didn't they get a huge donation from someone like Rod Stewart?
Rod Stewart, yeah, is a big.
And it's like they got like 20 grand or something, but it's like it's not about the cost. It's about the years and years of work. Just dreadful business.
Josh says candelabra is plural, Latin second declension neuter, singular is candelabrum. There you go. Tristan says Minas Tirith and Minas Morgul.
Oh right, we're on to the two towers. Okay, Minas Tirith and Minas Morgul, cool.
Josh Crosby says Minas Morgul and Tirith. Joe Holzman says, I thought Orthanc and Kirith on goal. Adam says...
So let's we're going Minas Tirith and Minas Morgul. So the two Minas ones were the first two votes, weren't they?
Yeah.
Okay, so the second book in the Rings is talking about the two towers that you almost don't see until Return of the King. That's the suggestion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Adam says, I think Tolkien was talking about Orthanc and Kirith on goal.
Okay.
Josh Bryant, yeah, the two towers are Minas Tirith and Minas Morgul, according to Tolkien. And PJ sneaked the names of each film into each film.
Yeah, well, obviously. He said the title.
Alistair Snook, Tower of Achelion and Barad-dûr.
Oh, that's a shout. So he's gone deep inside Minas Tirith.
Yeah.
And then Barad-dûr. Not very Two Towers either.
Jerry says, I'm sure he doesn't say which. Lonely Brick says Barad-dûr, Minas Morgul. Aaron says, yeah, I always thought it was Tirith and Morgul. Larry says, I thought it was Orthanc, and then that really tall tower of dice Damien made that one time.
19, mate. 19 dice. 19.
Oh, it was a fake.
Try it. Try it at home.
It's easy when you use blue tack, Damien.
Don't
it's
say it was
easy when you use
there.
blue tack.
You were there.
Blue tack. You had a roll of blue tack. I seen it, guys.
Why would you turn the world into hate?
Because I can't do it.
Admire it. Admire it for the beauty.
Josh Bryant says, Fellowship of the Ring. Elrond says, you shall be the Fellowship of the Ring.
Mm-hmm.
Two Towers, Saruman says, none can withstand the union of the two towers. Return of the King, Gandalf says, authority is not given you to deny the return of the king.
Yep.
Larry Miller, when you get to the end of Battle Streams, can you two run a tournament where you're only allowed to use models from battle games, including up to the caps or 12 riders of Rohan, for example? That would be fun, but that would be a nightmare to check.
Absolutely.
Could you imagine having to check all them armies? You're like, what? Oh, God.
Oh, Snagger has he got cloth behind his metal plates? You'd expect him to, but
brown cloth, mate. Brown cloth.
Paint I can't see where the metal ends and the cloth begins.
Paint it brown.
These models are beautiful. They're beautiful models, aren't they?
Yeah, they're cool.
New one.
They're so cool. Larry says, I might be planning to put it on some form of diorama. That'd be cool.
Was he talking about every Battle Games Middle Earth model?
Yeah. It's for the Orthanc floor, isn't it?
Oh.
Imagine a diorama celebrating Battle Games.
Disappointing.
Aaron says, did we ever get the new Keeper of the Dungeon release? Not yet.
No,
I forgot about that. It's class.
He's early as well.
It's class, that model.
He should be with Aomer, actually.
Yeah,
that's a great point. He is awesome.
But that's a Forge World release. Will he come on his own?
I think
so.
Or
do you think there'll be a secret? When was the last Forge World model we had that was just one model? Not a blister pack.
Don't know. It's a good question. But I would have thought, for two reasons. One, he was just announced on his own.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no, they haven't shown the other one as they have for like the Ranger Heroes or something. Two, he's an old model.
Yeah.
So it's not like they've sculpted him with two in mind.
Mm-hmm.
He's just he's one from back in today, where they've dug out the car. And three, I would say that I've forgotten what three was.
You just wanted to have three, didn't you?
I'm pretty sure there was a three. I'm going through Forge World now, and there aren't. Yeah, as of yet, they're all 2-packs. With the exception of something like Elfhelm, where it's like, it's one model, but it's foot mounted.
Yeah, foot mounted.
I'm sure there's something else. That was it. If the fact that it's from Dol Guldur, there's nothing else thematic to go with it, unless of course there's a super secret Dol Guldur model.
Yeah, there could be.
But,
what price? What price were the blisters? With two in.
£20, aren't they? I think. Well, they might have gone up with that price increase. They're £21 now.
How much was Alfred in a dress?
12, I believe, at the time.
So that's singular, isn't it?
But he's bigger than that. I reckon it'll be £15.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon it'll be on his own. It'll be £15. Seeing as we seem to have moved on past the towers, shall we explore it? So what I have here is the letters of J.R.R. Tolkien, which is one of the most spectacular books you will ever read about Tolkien. If you've read the big three, This is probably where I'd go next. The biography by Humphrey Carpenter is excellent, but this is the most you'll ever get to know about him. It's a fantastic book. So, in 1953, so this is before the books come out. They're talking to him about the titles of volumes. They have to split the Lord of the Rings into three because of paper rationing, and so they're talking about the volumes. And he suggests, I now suggest as titles, under the overall title of the Lord of the Rings, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers, and The War of the Ring. Those are his suggestions. And then he says, a bit further down, The Two Towers gets as near as possible to finding a title to cover the widely divergent books 3 and 4, and can be left ambiguous. It might refer to Isengard and Barad-dûr, or Minas Tirith and Barad-dûr, or Isengard and Cirith Ungol. So he says it might be any, it's ambiguous and it could be any of these three. And then he says, this isn't about 2 Towers, but on reflection, I prefer the War of the Ring. This is to a proposed The Return of the King, since it gets the ring in again in the title, and it also is non-committal and gives less about the turn of the story. Which is a great point. The Return of the King, spoilers, Aragorn gets back.
Yeah.
And there's a note. In a subsequent letter, he said he's more definitive that the 2 Towers are Orthanc and the Tower of Cirith Ungol. On the other hand, in his original design for the jacket of the 2 Towers, where he draws the towers are absolutely certainly Orthanc and Minas Morgul. Orthanc is shown as a black tower, 3-horned, and with the sign of the white hand beside it. Minas Morgul is a white tower with a thin waning moon above it, in reference to its original name, Minas Ithil, the Tower of the Rising Moon. And between the 2 towers, a Nazgul flies, to assume they're connected. So, in a subsequent letter, he says there too. So after that first one read, he says they're Orthanc and Cirith Ungol, and then later than that, when he designs the jacket, he paints them as Orthanc and Minas Morgul. So essentially, the last record of him talking about it is saying they're Orthanc and Cirith Ungol, and then the picture is Orthanc and Minas Morgul.
That's interesting.
So yeah, it is. I think that's fascinating.
Yeah.
So it's not.
What's that book called? The Letters of.
The letters, yeah, it's Tolkien's letters. You not got this?
No,
it's spectacular.
No.
It's just letters of him from about when he meets Edith, I think it is. Starts in 1914, and it goes up to about the day before he dies, I think it is. It's so upsetting.
Yeah.
Given that it's not a narrative, it goes up to 1973. Check this out. This is to his daughter on 4 days before he dies. So this is written in 1973, and it ends. I wish very much to visit various people here. Also, Chris Wiseman at Milford. He's one of the TCBS, and I'm old enough to much prefer familiar surrounding. My dearest love to you, Daddy. He's writing to his growing daughter, and then he says, it is stuffy, sticky, and rainy here at present, but forecasts are more favourable. He dies 4 days later. It's absolutely fascinating, that book. Any Tolkien fan, I'd highly recommend.
I'm going to pick that up.
The amount of stuff in there. Yeah, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
There's a great letter that he writes back to a German just before the start of the Second World War. A publisher writes to him to ask him if he's got Jewish heritage. A German publisher writes to ask if there's any whether or not they should publish his work, and he writes this damning letter back to them saying, I'm disappointed to say I don't have any of that great people's blood in me, but if this is the reason you're writing, then I hope my book is never published in your country. Something like that. It's fascinating.
Yeah.
But yeah, that reveals far more about the writing process behind Lord of the Rings than the biography does. Because it's all him, it's all his own work.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah, I'll pick that one up. Pick that one up.
But there you go. So he settles in the dust jacket. He settles on Minas Ithil, doesn't he? It's got the moon over it. So so Cirith, Minas Morgul, and Orthanc is what he draws. But the last time he says it is Orthanc and Cirith Ungol. which is interesting. They would be Kirith Ungol, given that appears.
It's funny to me how when he started out, he was saying, "I'm going to kind of leave it non-committal. It's going to be open-ended. People are going to can assume." And then even himself couldn't help but go, "No, I think it would be this and this." Do you know what I mean? But yeah, that's good.
Because he has, because it's those two books, isn't it? It's the story of Sam and Frodo from the Emyn Muil to where Frodo gets taken to Cirith Ungol, and then it's the story of the Rohan story essentially.
I can see a drunk woman coming up the stairs.
I'll take you out. What'd you say?
I said I could see a drunk woman falling up the stairs.
Here she is. Right, Bob. You're alive on the internet. Please do not swear.
Oh, please swear. Please swear.
I'm not drunk.
She's not drunk. She's all right. Hey, Baba. Huge news. Which two towers have you always interpreted the two towers to be?
Nice hair, by the way, Emma.
Thanks.
Nice hair.
Wait, is Dave watching? I need to do this. Yeah.
I don't think so. Other people are watching and might enjoy that. Tower of Orthanc.
Yep, that's a thumbs up.
Tower of Osgiliath.
Tower of Osgiliath.
Tower of Sam. It's the Tower of Sam, I'm afraid.
There's a tower in Osgiliath. Sure.
Don't mock me.
I'm not mocking you.
The towers, the many towers.
What did I feel like we had to say something to Emma? Or was it just, I don't know. I feel like there was he was about the ice cream delivery.
Did he actually bring it?
Oh, you did, yeah.
Wasn't it? Did he get one for Charlotte? Did you have two?
He offered. No, he offered.
They bought one.
I went, it's 8 p.m, mate. She's asleep.
Meat, wrong. I've met you like 2 days ago, but now like meat. Yeah.
But, it's very good. It was raspberry, and there's been a whole discussion about ice cream today.
The unacceptableness of strawberry substitute. This guy knows. He apparently does salted caramel.
Or caramel sauce. Oh, there you go.
How many ice cream vans near you do they?
Salted caramel sauce.
Right. Love you.
Oh, kissing on the internet.
It's worse than that on the internet. There we go. Emma's vote is for the Tower of Orthanc and the Tower of Osgiliath.
Yep.
Should be. Yes. Oh God, that was it. We didn't discuss who was on duty. Who's on duty now? Still me, apparently.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh, come on. Oh. Decision. Not recently. Well, so are you, BC.
Like legs like wide apart, coming. If I have to take this off, is the toilet line going to be clean?
You can pull the door to if you want. Or shut the bathroom door. One of the two. She's literally stripping on the internet. Yes, go in the bathroom.
Then I'll come through and I'll just be in my underwear.
Oh, pull that shut then. What a treat.
Sorry, guys.
We've just doubled in views, by the way.
There we go. We're back.
Imagine if someone just tuned in now, they'd be like, "What the heck?
What is this? This is worse than the ice cream stream."
Let's have a look.
Or better.
Leon says, "Do you think there will be miniatures for the Ent Heroes?" Yes. Almost certainly. Yes.
I'm going with yes.
Yes. Larry says, "Go for it, Damien." About the fur.
Oh, it's
the fur that you think's the fur. Josh says, "Yes, there will be." To Leon, it has been said, Middle Earth's team, if it has a profile, it will get a model. Correct. Lonely Brick. After a cheeky look online, I've changed my mind. Perrot's Folly. And the Tower at Eggbaston Waterworks. I seem to remember reading an article about this before.
Yeah, maybe.
Adam says, I think the last solo Forge World model might have been Thranduil.
Yeah, but he's a bit. Yeah, I suppose he does count, doesn't he? It's a bit, it's a bit weird, isn't it? Because he's not on foot.
Trying to think. What else has been?
Guy here come out of after him, but again, I wouldn't say. There's certainly nothing on the Forge World site. I just scrolled through.
Monster in it though as well. Really.
Yeah, exactly. There'd be like ogres and bad trolls and stuff.
Yeah. Lonely Brick says Twin Pack, Keeper of the Dungeon, and Gandalf in Cage. That would be amazing. Unlikely, but amazing. Joe Holzman made to order Bilbo? ?
What manner of question mark?
Tristan says Twin Pack, Keeper, and AMF theme. Laughing face.
Yeah, plastic Citadel Ava and Resin Forge World Keeper together. Absolutely.
Wrapped in newspaper. Daniel Moss, isn't Thranduil and Elk a single model?
Yeah, he is.
Well,
he's also on a
diorama. It's character
yeah.
series as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So they're a bit of a standalone thing. Aaron says, I think War of the Ring would have been for goodness sake.
Would have been a better title, I'm going to guess.
Than Return of the King, yes.
Yeah, it would. I completely agree.
Josh Bryan, it's either Thranduil and Elk, Gwai here, or the Troll kits. They're all single models.
Yeah.
Leon says, the only mini I could think of to go with Keeper is another Gandalf that is captured or something like that, like in SBG magazines. Or just like a sort of a battle-damaged Gandalf, with raggedy clothes and stuff. That'd be quite cool.
A wounded Gandalf, as he appears in... Oh, Gordor.
As he appears in every SBG magazine. Seacam.
Anyway, over to Seacam.
Dun, dun, dun.
That's all for you.
Dun, dun, dun.
I think we can risk a little more light. Is that the sort of thing you're after? This is alright, isn't it?
Yeah, it's cool, man.
It's not bad. Reaching out.
Yeah.
This was made by a hobbyist.
By an absolute
I used to
ledge.
have a lot of time for him. He's really let himself go there. This was Steve's, of course. He made for SVG magazine.
Yeah.
Didn't we discover on this stream that you lied about?
Do you know what? Do you know what it was?
You said once that you sculpted the hand or something, and then
see this. I did. I sculpted that hand, not that one. The one on the.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. The one on the floor I sculpted.
Right, and then what's this one?
That's Aragorn's hand.
So how did it come up that you said I had the issue in front of me and Steve wrote an article about it? And Steve went, "Can I tell you where I got that hand from? It's from Aragorn." And I read out. That's interesting because 4 years ago you said you sculpted it.
I sculpted the hand as right hand sculpted.
Cool though, man.
Yeah, I like it, man.
It's great. It's really, really good. Really, really good. There you go. But yeah, a wounded Gandalf would be awesome.
It would be good.
Maybe.
I don't know.
I couldn't care less. I'd love a new Gandalf. Like, people go, "Oh, what do we need?
Do we need another Gandalf?" Cool. Yeah.
Like, you need another chill out pill. Is what you need. Don't need any of them. Spoilers. You don't need any of them.
You don't need any toys really. Larry says, so no mention of the dice. What dice?
Oh God, is it funny?
What dice?
Keeper of the Dungeon dice? Is he talking about new releases?
Don't know.
Larry, you're meant to put an explanatory.
Yeah.
Oh no. You hear it?
What? You farted?
No.
What was it?
The light bulb's off again.
Oh, is it? Oh.
You know what's depressing? We haven't really talked about our kind of weeks. The conversation's been flying tonight. But I've had a really bad hobby week. I haven't painted anything. It's been really annoying me. And no, I haven't painted you either. And do you know how I knew how depressing it was? I got here tonight and I went to turn my light on, flicked it on, and it didn't come on. I was like, why's my light coming on? And it's because I unplugged it at the end of the last stream because I was worried it was about to explode. And I was like, God, that's a week. That means I haven't painted anything in a week.
The weeks they're flying by at the minute. They're flying by. Josh says Tolkien was such a fan of the Jews he actually translated the Book of Jonah. If anyone finds a copy in print, let me know. I've been after it for a while. Aaron says you'd think it would be Orthanc and Barad-dûr given it is Saruman and Mordor. Josh Bryant says Emma's not wrong. Wasn't there a tower of stars in Asgiliath before it was ruined?
Yeah, I'm sure that's what she meant.
Yeah, that's exactly what she went.
Exactly what she meant.
Exactly. Aaron says strawberry is the one. It's not. It's raspberry.
That was sauce.
Raspberry sauce on ice cream.
That's suddenly come back.
Yeah.
I'll be back on ice. Oh, I guess we'll turn to them.
Oh, it's flipping heck.
Oh, feral lyric guy again. Nightmare.
What are you doing with them? You're just dunking them in.
Yeah.
Joe Holzman, made to order Bilbo was my suggestion for the last single pack Forge World model.
Ah, I see. That's not Forge World, does it?
Yeah.
No, he mean.
Yeah, it was.
It's not the made to order one. It's the event exclusive one. Yeah. That's it. That is the last model on it. There you go. That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Precedent, because that's a 25mm base model on foot on its own.
Yeah. True that.
Joe wins.
Joe wins the world. Josh Bryant, yeah, it wasn't a Forge World model. Made to orders are done through GW. Yeah, but it wasn't a Forge World model. It was Forge World.
Yeah, I think they're getting confused. There's a made to order Bilbo, which is the Bilbo Baggins with Sting, which is a Citadel one.
Yeah.
But then there's the new Forge World one.
Yeah. It was released at Nova, wasn't it?
Released.
It was released at Nova last year.
Yes, yeah, with the ring bearers. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got him over. Can I reach it?
I've got him on my shelf, but we know how that works. Yeah.
It's Jap.
Yeah. It's a cool model.
It's cool. It's funky.
Yeah, I like it.
Not the best likeness, but fun little model.
Yeah, it's very cool. I like it. Joe Hosman, it was only up on the Forge World site and came in Forge World packaging as he's a Warhammer World exclusive, not a GW model. JRE says, any update on the next issue you're going to release?
Me.
I think that'd be SBG Mag.
Yeah, SBG Mag 10 is pretty much done, to be honest. It's finished. We're waiting for an event to launch it at, essentially. So that's it. It's not printed yet. It will be going off to the printers. We want it sent off and printed by the end of August. So it's done.
Done.
Seven Stones is still at the moment looking like it will happen.
Yeah.
So we might launch it there, and we're also planning at present. Well, I'm planning to be going to Steve's event, so we'll hope to have it there.
Yeah.
But it is good to go. And then 11 should have been released at Ardacon, and we haven't done the photo shoot for that because we haven't been able to do the photo shoot. So 11, the more this goes on, the more I think we'll lose an issue essentially.
Yeah.
Rather than the issue 12 would have been done for next May, and now the longer this lasts, the more it becomes likely that we're not going to do 11 for Christmas and 12 for May. It will just be that 11 gets released in May. But I think we might drop an issue and only have one this year.
Yeah.
But it's all done. We're still sending it back and forward slowly and like editing bits. But the reality is, should we absolutely need to, we could send it to the printers tonight. It's in a really good shape, and it looks awesome. The photos Jim took for it are just so good. So yeah, it's just sadly waiting for the event to launch it.
Yeah.
Thanks for asking, though.
Yeah, man.
It's a good one. It'll be a good one. It'll be worth the wait, I promise.
Larry says that one wasn't a normal made to order. It was limited Forge release. I think that's like that 3-pack of Legolas Bard and someone else they did. Another one. Oh, he's got out of town, this boy. He's rubbing it in. Josh says, "Oh really? I could have sworn it was GW." Mike Haskell says,
"It's in Forge World packaging, definitely. It's in the blue Forge World packaging."
Yeah. Mike Haskell says, "Been wrestling with releasing 4 fine cast black numerals from their sprues and resin flash, and I'm now spent. Bedtime beckons. Been a great stream. Again, both. Thanks for joining us, Michael."
Michael.
Thank you very much. Larry says, "You'll have nightmares about little resin triangles."
Yeah.
Frederick says, "Spent a few minutes photoshopping Eagle Head Theoden. Put it in the thread." And JRE says, awesome. Thanks.
Good
Can't wait
lad.
to get my hands on it. Trip to England to get the magazine.
Is he talking about the eagle-headed Theodon?
I'm gonna get it and have a look.
I think that's the one. I love the idea that someone said, "I can't wait to come to England to get the eagle-headed Theodon."
Let's have a look. Oh gosh. So Frederick's posted. So that's just the eagle head on.
Hang on, my page is loading.
Rohan legs.
Oh, Lockie's messaged me. Lockie has messaged me, and he's not watching the stream. I mean, that is a diabolical.
What is that guy up to?
Turn of events. What's he doing with his life? How you doing, Lockie? I say that. I don't know if you're even here. Emerald Burn has tagged me in a post, but that is it's thankfully not a post saying my husband's being so loud on the internet I can't get anything done. Where's that? Just trying to find the thread again.
What's that gone now? Yeah.
There we go. So 70 comments.
I know. It's crazy.
If only there were more dynamic horse pros. So I don't think we've got Daniel Moss, so he must be new.
Ooh.
Right, so I think we were down to. We've got Tim, we've got Michael, fish and chips. Lovely. I love this thread. There's the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker. Aaron. Oh, Larry Miller. There we go. That Larry Miller's the first comment I believe that we've not had before.
Oh, are you on
Facebook?
Facebook?
To post this earlier. Great ice cream. Yeah, he's the last one we haven't done. But he's on. So Adam Garner.
Is Adam in?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, is it not up?
No. I'll put it down.
I put it down.
Yeah, man.
You put the internet down.
Did you get Daniel Moss is in, yeah? And Adam Garnett, yeah.
I haven't got Daniel Moss yet. Oh, Dan. All right. Is that?
Daniel Moss is in.
Yeah. So he's a rider Rohan. Yeah.
Yeah.
Got him.
How many have we got now then?
I presume that's 15, isn't it?
Is it 15? How are we gonna do that?
Was that it?
That's it. That's them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's them all.
Well, I thought we were only like 40 comments, so I thought it was going to be 30 more, but there must be replies to something. No, Frederick, I've just seen, yeah, I was just going to say, I've seen your post and you've done it wrong, but then you've corrected it in the comments.
Yeah.
It's the second version, that's the one that Steve's thinking of. Just legs and head.
That's what I was thinking, what?
Yeah, just legs and head, it's beautiful. It's an absolute thing of wonder. So there we go. What a outstanding thing.
Should we give something away then?
We could give something away if you want. I think we're on to. I think it's 15. Yeah, it's 15. Or about that.
15.
Have you got a D20, or is this me again?
Definitely you again, mate. Definitely.
All right. I am going to switch over. Oh, I don't have the dice tray. Do you reckon? Do you believe in my ability to roll it on?
No.
Just keep it within the area.
I can get. Yeah, you do it. Sorry.
Yeah.
Means I've got
All right, so where are we? Where am I in? We've got here. Okay. All right. Ready?
Just sort of do that thing, you know, where you just put your hand down, then show it.
No. I think we're gonna need to re-roll a 16 plus.
Yes, correct.
If I roll a 15, I'll count up.
Have you numbered the people? You're just doing it in their order.
Yeah, I'll just do it in the order.
Okay.
I'll give you a number.
Let's do it.
You ready?
Let's do this.
How's it? Yeah.
Oi, 6 is it?
And that is a 6.
Ah.
You see that all right? To confirm?
Yeah.
Happy with that?
Yeah.
And 6 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's switch over to ACAM for verification. That is Joe Rees-Jones.
Well
Joe
deserved.
Rees-Jones is number 6.
Well deserved.
Very well deserved. Joe Rees-Jones is the winner.
There you go.
Or potentially the last one.
Well done, Joe.
Happy birthday. I don't know if it's been your birthday, but it seems like it's been everyone's birthday.
It'll be your birthday at some point, so you may as well get it in there. So yeah, well done.
I'm behind on them. I've sent some out, but it's surprisingly hard to send one of these out every week.
Yeah.
But, I am keeping a record of it, and I will send you one of these things.
Yeah.
I promise. Bear with.
Well, I think we are coming to, because obviously, as we said, I do have work, so we are coming to the end of the stream. But I think before the stream ends, at least we should look into the future.
Well, indeed.
And see what's coming up.
I want to say that these guys here, they've been base coated essentially.
Yeah.
They're about both ready to have some wash chucked over them. So I'm pretty pleased with that. That was a pleasant few hours. As expected, I didn't use Gandalf. I plan to paint Gandalf sometime before the point that I'm 47. But whether or not I will. So looking into the future, glad you asked. I feel like I've got the wrong issue out.
Are we on issue? Let me have a look.
It should be on 16, right? Yeah, we're on 16. For some reason, I got 17 out of the.
I know.
I meant to give this a shout out.
What was last week? What was the last one?
Last week was 15 because it was Saruman, wasn't it?
Ah, yeah, that's it. Because it was episode 14.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's incredibly exciting, Steve? Have you begun to realise what's happened? Because of the Two Towers issue.
Yes.
Next week.
Yes.
No much pressure on you, buddy. Next week, episode 16.
Yes.
Issue
16.
16 for the
So
first
it's
time
happening.
ever.
It's tying in.
Caught up.
It's like this. It's like this.
3 bonus issues: the underrated model issue, the Bilbo Baggers issue, and the Two Towers issue, has allowed us to catch up. So looking forward, what becomes quite fun now is the magazine feels like it's hitting its stride, and what you now start to get is themes over the course of a few issues. So what we have coming up next is 16, 17, and 18 being all about Wrath of Rohan.
Mm-hmm.
Then about another 4 issues after that, huge spoilers, is all about Moria. And then another few issues after that is all about Gondor and Mordor. So you start to get these kind of, rather than just a model and a scenario, you do get these linked issues. Yeah, we're moving into 3 weeks worth or 3 episodes worth of Wrath of Rohan fun. And the issue 15, the next issue, in issue 16, we get Ugluk. So in issue 16, I've got it here. I actually picked up some more binders as well. I've got these binders from 7th City, good old 7th City collectibles.
Nice.
Will Champion kindly sent them, so I've rationalised my collection and got them all bound up. And we're going to get the Ugluk model. We discussed Ugluk at length, I think, in another stream.
We did, yeah.
We get exclusive profile in this version that wasn't in any books. We also get our first army list, and we get the second part of our battle report that we had last week. The Ford Division battle report. And then obviously an Ugluk painting guide and some rocky outcrops and ridges. And good news, there are alternative approaches. So it's a cool issue.
Thank God for
the
that.
Start of 3 weeks worth of Wrath of Rohan, and hopefully culminating in Aema week with the new Aema.
So as far as model wise, are we going? Are we Ugluk alone, or are we going Isengard hero? Are we going? What are we doing?
I think Ugluk's a little bit prescriptive. There's only one Ugluk model. It's not like when it's Aragorn, you can paint any Aragorn. Given that we've got basically Ugluk's week, then we've got Grishnak, and then we've got Aema. What if we did Ugluk's army?
So scouts.
And then like Grishnak's army, and then Rohan. See that?
Yeah.
So any model that could have theoretically been part of Ugluk's force. Yeah. That sound good?
Yeah. There's loads.
Could be like the Uruk Scout Command, Ugluk Malheur.
Yeah.
Uruk Scouts, obviously. Anything like that. So Uruk's half of the legendary. Ugluk's half of the legendary legion. I think.
I'll go with that. That sounds good.
Does that seem good?
Yeah.
And that's obviously why I started base coating old Grishnack
Grishers.
and Snagger.
Yeah.
So there we go. So yeah, the nenext 3 issues are Wrath of Rohan themed, which is quite cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
So we're still deep in Two Towers land, and hopefully is the plan Friday.
That's the plan. Try and make it happen. I don't think anyone realises tonight nearly didn't happen.
Yeah. No,
very
we didn't talk
nearly
about it.
didn't happen. It was only was it yesterday?
Yeah.
That I just said,
I don't
oh,
think it's happening.
sod it. I'm working, but let's do it.
Such is your joy for Battlestreams Middle-earth.
Yeah. But yeah, so fingers crossed it will. I'll do, like this week, I'll do everything I can in my powers to move things so that I'm able to be free. If I ever have those early morning starts on a Saturday, then obviously I can't be up till midnight streaming, but I will try and make sure that doesn't happen, because these are great, man. These I love these.
Yeah, I agree.
These are great. I do need to start painting on them though.
Ideally. Can I show you something else that's helped me get out of my hobby funk?
Go on. How many?
It's 15 there.
How many have you got? Lots.
There's about 85 there.
Yeah.
Coming soon to a hobby vlog near you.
Yeah.
Fun?
I enjoyed painting probably the first 12.
And that's less than this.
And then hated everything after it.
Hated every part of it. I've got this crazy. The thing is, I'm doing the hobby vlogs, which are kind of monthly at the moment.
Yeah.
Maybe fortnightly or whatever. The streams are going to be a better way of logging the progress of this. I'm planning, huge spoilers for my next hobby vlog. I'm planning to paint 85 hobbits by the end of the year. Don't shake your head. Don't have some faith.
Zero faith.
Zero faith.
Zero.
Challenge accepted. So.
Zero faith. But yeah.
Yeah, look out for a hobby vlog. It'll go into it in more detail. But that was my This is the start. I had a week with no hobby, and now I'm back into it. I'm excited. Because of these cheery little fellows.
They're great models. Great models.
They are. They're beautiful, aren't they?
Yeah,
beautiful.
Great models. But yeah, I've got quite a lot painted. I think I've got all barring 2 of the new hero hobbits painted. But yeah. Anyway, we better wrap this up because I do need to get to sleep. I think. Have we missed anything?
Only saying goodbye to anyone in the chat, I suppose. If there's any.
Should we quickly run through any chat that we may have missed? Do you want to do that?
Good. Lovely. Let me scroll to the bottom of that.
It's a very nice message from Cy Childs. Is the next one?
Cy Childs? Really?
Yeah.
Cy Childs is an old work colleague of mine.
Is it?
Yeah. I worked with him for about 10 years. I didn't know he was watching at all. Hi, Cy. How you doing, man? Is he the next one? Yeah, really enjoying the stream. It's been a while since I played an SVG. Lockdown's a good time to pick up my hobbies. Cy, how you doing, mate? It's to you. Hope all's well with you, mate. Good to hear from you.
Bringing people back together.
Yeah,
like
that's what we do. Yeah. Leon, I have to go to bed now. Hope I'm able to watch the stream, as do I. Joe says, Joe's realised he's won, saying, "Woo, cool, thanks. I'll change the day to be my birthday." Do, sir. And I'll either try and harass you over Facebook, or if you want to drop me a message, that'll probably be easier. Drop me a message, and we'll get you on the books. Larry says, in terms of the 2 towers models, I've glued 3 models to bases and painted 2 bases, but I have done well, finished off last week's model. He's been working on bases extensively. Joshua says, I'm not buying you another present. Larry says, is this video sponsored by 7 City as well? Absolutely. Good friend of ours. Adam says, in theory, if you both want to paint on the stream, you need a third party to manage chat and ask you both questions. Is that an offer, Adam? That's what we need. That's the only way Steve will... but you also need someone to stop Steve drinking. It has to be someone at Steve's house.
Yeah. Next week, hopefully back to normal and I can get pissed again.
Yeah, I was going to say back to normal. He's not painting but drinking. Larry Miller says, don't you mean Hobbit vlog? Oh, it's good. It's good. Maybe I should change the name of my hobby vlogs to that. That is good. Jokingly, thanks for another great chat, guys. Loving these. Keep them coming. We will do our best. I don't understand why people like them, but by all means, we're glad that people do. Jill says, thanks for a fun stream, lads. Definitely going to try and make the next one. We're gaining fans.
We
Steve. We're not
are.
pushing them away with ice cream. Might even paint SPG. Do. And JRE7632, who I don't think we've heard from, says great.
Yeah, we have. He's commented a few times.
Oh, has he? Sorry, you've been doing a lot of chats tonight. Great stream, guys. Definitely going to catch these live from now on. Good work. I hope you did. And Adam G confirms it's not an offer, which is distressing.
If he was in his 20s, he would have offered.
Yeah, we sang happy birthday to you. Yeah. Rude.
Yeah. Terrible. But
so
yeah.
There you go. Another Friday and another stream. It's been a pleasure.
Done and dusted. Enjoyed it. Sorry, what was that?
Always a pleasure, I said.
Yeah, it's always a pleasure. And I just, thank you guys. Thanks, because I do we say this off camera all the time. We do really look forward to these. It is it's a nice way to sort of finish off the week, especially when the weeks have been as stressful as they've been and as busy as they've been. So thank you guys. It's a lot of fun. God knows why you watch us two talking absolute nonsense for 4 hours on a Friday evening.
But talking nonsense a bit, don't we?
But we have a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. But yeah, so we will see you next Friday, all being well. But barring that, you will be chatting in and around Facebook. I think.
And hopefully, by next Friday, there will have been a Warhammer community article, probably on the Thursday, announcing that AMA will be going on sale on pre-order on the Saturday. That's what we want.
And that would mean that we'd actually have something SBG to talk about in these streams.
Yeah, we don't have to. There's lots of stuff we can talk about SBG if we want.
It'll fill 5 minutes, won't it?
Yeah. Well, that's the dream. If we manage to keep these weekly for the next 3 weeks, we want the Warhammer community article on Thursday that announces AMA pre-order on Saturday. Yeah. That will then allow us to have an AMA build party, which is just the most fun you can possibly have with your clothes on.
Oh yeah. Fingers crossed. That's what happens. Yeah.
Selection of yours. But you still think it's going to be the first?
Yeah, still think it's going to be the first.
We're going to have to awkwardly chop the first Moria issue in before the end of the Wrath of Rohan.
We'll see.
Disgusting. Just be dreadful.
To be fair, I'm really not arsed when it gets released. Not arsed.
I don't care.
When I say I'm not arsed, I don't mean I'm not arsed. Obviously I'm arsed. I can't wait for it, but I'm happy to wait, and I'm happy if it comes. If it comes tomorrow, I'm happy.
My reason for wanting it to be released is for this.
Yeah.
I want it to be released for AMA Week. I couldn't actually care less if it comes out tomorrow or in a month or 2 months, because spoilers, I don't need another AMA.
Yeah.
I really like the idea that we all work on the same model, on one model, and it's a new model. You know, the whole point of this has always been about clearing our old backlog. But imagine if we all got to get our brand new AMA and build it all together and talk about what options
you'll hear me swear a lot live, trying to get tiny magnets on tiny wrists.
And you'll hear me not as I just glue it on and damn the consequences. What are you worried about, Steve? Just don't put metal in it.
But yeah.
Great.
Right, let's wrap this up. So yes, thank you guys again. It's always a pleasure, never a chore. We will see you on Friday, all being well. Keep your eye on the Facebook page for posts just to confirm. And remember, it is anything Uruk-hai Scoutish.
Yeah. Not Lurtz though. Lurtz is dead.
Yeah, Lurtz is dead. But
he dead.
Everyone's got something like that. You'll have like a banner bearer or a captain or the man himself or some plastic scouts, whatever.
The man himself. Everyone's got Ugluk lying around.
Everyone's got 3 Ugluks.
Does it count? Do you reckon it counts as painting Snargar because he's part of Ugluk?
No.
Do
you know what? Actually,
I've done my Ugluk.
For the lols, I'd accept it.
He's him next week, and then Grishnak on Grishnak week for me. But that's because I don't have an unpainted Ugluk in my backlog. I've painted my Ugluk.
Yeah. But right. Good night, everybody. Take care.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
You're awesome. Have a great week.